Hey, you cocksucker, you know.
Did
And
you
then
hit
they'll
start
just be
streaming?
like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Then
well,
we're
it's
live?
accurate.
Oh, we're live?
Oh, we're live already?
Okay, start streaming.
Alright.
That's how we start.
Alright. Let's try not to talk over each other though. Because it's kind of conversation. Nobody can hear what's going on if they start talking to it. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the UGOdyssey Podcast. I'm Uns and there's Gump. Today we have two very special comedians that they're not special like that special. Two cool guys. We got Vincent right here.
Sit right away, and I take it back.
Say hi, Vincent.
What's up, y'all?
And then we got
Vincent.
Rick.
Yeah, you forgot my name already.
Rick Garcia.
Rick Garcia. Hey.
Okay, and let's start talking about talking.
So
Come on,
why'd you
guys.
say special and then not?
Yeah, you took it
away.
away.
You should have just let it ride.
You're a special guy. Rick, I want to talk about one quick thing. Rick, the first time I saw Rick,
Today?
he was on stage, right? And he was going up, and the girl that was introducing the host, she had voluptuous boobs, and like she rubbed
can't
up
say
against
titties?
him.
Nah.
Say titties.
Shut up. And like he rubbed up against him, and he started off the first minute and a half
Like intentionally
like-
or what?
No,
Nah, dick. It's just like, like
No, don't be a dick.
Not like I'm from LA, dude. It's like they say dude, we say dick out there.
No, that's
But
cool.
like,
That's cool.
It's like when you bump into someone, it's just I don't know. I had a whole other thing I was gonna say, but then that for some reason I was like, oh fuck, I'll talk about our tits,
But it's funny though, but
Because you just you felt to it.
Oh, shit.
but he went on for like a minute. His first thing was just like, oh, it feels so nice. It feels so good. I was like, I haven't been touched by women in like a year. And then some girl in the audience took offense to it, and she goes up. She goes up to the stage. She said, "No, you're done." And Rick's like, "What?" He's like, "You're done." And she gets on stage and she's like, "You're done. Give me the mic." He's like, "I still got like a minute and a half." And she yanks the mic out of his hand, and he's all like, "What's going on?" And they kick her out. Because you can't. Yeah, because you can't do that. It doesn't just because you don't like what's going on stage doesn't mean you can rush the stage and start shit.
She gotta sign up first.
She gotta wait her turn. Now, if she would have done that, waited her turn and gone up and then started a rant on her own, then whatever. But
That's our free speech democracy.
yeah, I mean, and that's when I was like, this guy is hilarious.
Nah, but it was bad, dude. Cause I get where she was coming from. I apologize for it later, and you're not supposed to be disrespectful. I didn't mean it to be disrespectful. I was just like, hey, poking fun at someone.
Mm-hmm.
I do it to everybody that's there, That's just how we get along. But
Yeah.
she's a woman, dude. I get it.
Man, I would get it, but
I guess I took it too
I understand
far,
that when you go on stage and you're kind of just doing whatever.
Yeah.
I'm more towards the aspect of being being on stage and talking about whatever, because
part of me was expecting her to come back up and call me fat and have a little dick or whatever,
Yeah, as a comeback,
Yeah, as a
but
comeback,
she actually took it a little personal too. She was like, "Well, who would have thought that?"
Did she have big titties?
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
Oh, so she must have
I don't know.
heard something
But she
recently.
told me
didn't
I
like.
understand she told me that now they're just gonna think I'm a piece of ass. They're not gonna take me seriously. I understand that too. They are, right? But she's funny, dude. What's her
No,
name?
she is
You're
funny.
a piece of ass?
She's
I
just a piece of ass.
that she people are just gonna look at her like that.
Oh.
And I was like, nah, that's not even like that. I was just poking fun at you. Not
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But I guess
So
it sounded kind of pervy, dude, too much. So.
Well, shit, dude. If you go up there and you sound like a perv,
But that's
man,
what made it funny.
that's for their judgment.
for me.
That's
yeah,
for their
it
interpretation.
doesn't matter what
But
they
like,
It
I
already
did too
affects
much.
your persona if they
Yeah.
think that of you, and now you have to deal with that shit. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
I wouldn't,
That's your fuck up.
Okay, here's the problem that I had was that she went out there and said, "Well, I guess women don't like being considered an object,"
Yeah.
which is true.
Yeah, it's true.
But the thing is, you don't sit there and give
It's
the
a
audience
comedy
power.
club,
What she did right there,
Yeah.
she gave the audience power to think that they can sit there and just interrupt the show because they don't like it.
It's I have a history of getting people. One time I had hyenas when I got kicked out. I got someone to take off their heel, this black girl.
Whoa.
and like start fucking hitting me with it when I'm singing a song on stage, bro.
What song? Wait, what song?
It's it was dumb, dude. Like I started doing comedy like a couple years back, bro. And I got out of the county jail and I kept the uniform underneath my clothes when they process out. And I was gonna
You
use
stole
it.
them?
Yeah, I borrowed them. We paid for them. Their taxes, dude. You know, like
True.
whatever. You know. I took it back later on. So it's another story.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. So I used to wear that shit on stage, and I had this song. You know, like that's when the Ninja Turtle movies came out. And I was like, I did a remix, like Teenage Hardcore Gangsta Niggas, Teenage, and like, it's the whole thing. And then like, when you say Turtle Power, you say Nigga Power instead. And then you see Heil. That's the way I did it, you know.
You Zeke Heil.
Yeah, when you say Nigga Power.
Hey, okay.
And then like, wait, that's not it. Like, so I'm singing it, and then
Stop dropping the hard N bomb.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Please
telling you
refer
that,
to roll
Yeah,
number
I
one.
know.
That's a story though. It's past tense.
It was. Like,
We have a sign sheet.
Hey, I told you to stop me when that. Like,
Okay, but yeah.
Beep.
Wait, we asked for this song.
Beep beep. Yeah, keep going.
My bad. I forgot.
No,
it's a
you're
bad
good.
word.
You're good.
For me, it's a term of endearment, but like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You know what was funny though? When I first watched the Ninja Turtles, I also thought I was like, why do they sound black?
Do they? They sound
I
like
don't
they're
know.
from LA or
It's
something.
because
Like
they're
surfers,
personified
yeah,
as
they're surfers.
teenagers.
They don't sound.
Dude,
Surfers don't
Dude,
sound
no
like
black
that.
accents, dude. Like, dude.
Yeah, nobody.
Black,
Yeah, come on.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That was
the
just
cow-
weird.
That- that's
Maybe it
just
was
rare.
Come on,
It's
I
rare.
don't know, man.
But-
Look,
Say,
it didn't
What
help.
rap song you
it
heard
didn't
Kyle
help-
Bong get dropped?
It didn't help that they were all drinking grape soda and eating watermelon pizza. Okay, it didn't
That
help.
is
That didn't
not
help
true.
either.
It's
Did-
orange.
Wasn't that in the movie?
No,
It
it
was
was
orange.
Oh, my bad.
It wasn't grapes.
What
It
are
was
you
orange.
talking
Oh,
about?
shoot. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
man, you're
Don't
trying to
yell
make-
at me.
Trying to make this a
Anyway.
Yeah.
So they like.
It's not the America I know.
What version did you see?
Ah, man, I don't know. All right, well, a little bit about, since we start off with Rick real quick. How long? Let's learn more about you. Let's tell the audience more about yourself. How long have you been doing this for? Comedy.
Shit. Like, started like in 2016, I think.
So about 2 years.
I started in LA. Barely, you know, like, and then like I did it a couple times. I forgot about it. Then I moved out here. But like ongoing, dude, for like at least since 2016, like 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I started. They didn't even have open mics most of the places, dude. It was just the one in Fort Worth, and the one in Dallas came along, and then now they got one in Madison.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of places now.
There's a bunch. There used to be nothing, dude. You know.
Yeah.
So it was just pretty badass.
How many open mics do you think you hit a week?
Man, right now like one or two.
1 or 2.
Yeah, cause I've been getting lazy, bro. Like, you know,
Man, get out there, Rick.
like.
You're a funny guy. That last time I saw you at Improv, you were hilarious.
What was I talking about that?
Let me see. You talked about. You did talk little bit about your Black Panther bit. You did your Black Panther
bit.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
What?
Nah, nothing. Keep going.
What did I say?
And you were talking about little people.
Oh, midgets. Oh,
Wait,
and slaves. If they were slaves,
We
like.
talked about little people, right?
Yeah,
Oh!
midget slaves. The midget slaves is better, cause like
Is that what you call your bit?
Wait, you're not allowed to say slaves.
you can say slaves and midgets.
Oh, you can say slaves?
midgets?
That's a historical term.
Yeah.
I think so.
But there's never been a race of midget slaves in it. But like the thing was like you know, there's this theory where like they took slaves and they bred them to be big and strong. And I'm saying that's bullshit because cotton's pretty light. You know, like cotton.
Yeah.
And that's
You don't
what-
need to be strong.
You don't need to be strong to pick cotton, bro. And plus, the bigger you are, the more you have to bend down. It's inefficient. You know, so in the,
You ever
in
seen
the
it?
Yeah,
interest
because
of,
you gotta like pose before you
gotta,
go
like-
down, right?
you know, imagine the big, like picking cotton. Like cotton only grows like this big.
Yeah.
Bushes.
You have like LeBron James picking cotton, bro. That's no good. So like it'd be better if they bred them to be midgets, because they can just like grab them by the handful, you know, and it's more efficient. So like I think it's just like there was something in the water, bro.
Oh,
Being
okay,
big and-
okay.
Big and strong. It's a theory, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny though. Vincent, you've been quiet, not quiet, but
Oh,
let's
yeah,
talk
man.
about you. What's up, Vince?
What up, bro?
How you doing?
I can't complain.
That's good.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, you were very adamant about coming on the podcast. You're like, Rick's gonna be there. Let me come, man. I was like,
dude.
yeah, you can come. We'll work something out. We'll get.
Yeah, you can come. The way you said it, like you were.
Well, here's the thing.
Did he tell you the thing that I told you to bring? You didn't bring neither.
Oh yeah,
what?
no, I didn't
No, he
mention
didn't
to.
pass
I
me
thought
the
you were
rice,
just
Oh.
not joking, but I mean, I
It's
have
on you,
alcohol there and other stuff. But
Yeah.
I
guess
missed
it's
something
on
there.
me. So
We'll talk
Wait.
about it after.
Yeah.
Alright.
yeah. So how long have you been doing comedy, Vince?
Man, about the same as Rick. I want to say about 2016.
Yeah.
For sure, when I got more adamant about doing it, more proactive and hitting more mics. But I really started, I want to say in 2015, but I only hit a couple. That was the first one I ever did was that backdoor comedy. Y'all been over there?
This Queen
I've
Mike.
been
In the
there.
DoubleTree?
It's pretty
In
good,
Dallas?
bro.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty good because they have like
It's a
Hotel
Queen Mike,
guests.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
as their crowd.
So it's always a fresh crowd, you know.
And yeah, they're new. They're all like interested about comedy. They're not like a bunch of comedians.
You know, like the open
friends,
mics,
you
it's
know what I
like-
mean?
You know how it is, like when they hear you, like the same group. Oh, that's why I kind of stopped going too, bro. They know they heard my shit. Like I'll go to the same ones that I always do, but I used to do like 5 or 6 a week, bro. You know. But then I actually got tired. Like, I don't really get anything out of it. They heard my shit before, you know. So like right now I'm trying to figure out how to like mingle more with the right people.
Yeah, I
you
hate
know?
doing the same shit.
Yeah. So like when I come up with something new, bro, you know what I tried for a bit? Like do a new one every week.
Yeah,
Do a new one. Just like do one like, you know.
I try not to.
Be too repetitive.
Yeah, man.
I try not to be.
I don't
too
mind.
repetitive.
I've been working on one for probably the last 3 shows.
Yeah.
But I'll change like little the aspects about it and maybe rearrange it. So
I
like,
mean,
even
don't
though
throw it away if it like after the weeks. Don't throw it away. Like hold it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like just to refresh yourself later on. So like you know.
You'll remember it.
So you don't
dude.
get bored of it.
You'll remember
you know
the
what I
good
mean?
ones.
Like you do the
Yeah,
same
once
one.
I get it nice and good,
Yeah.
I don't think I need to work on it too much more.
But like my first ever open mic, some drunk business guy was there, and he had always apparently been a fan because he was just like smirking in the background, just like in the back of the room. He's just like making small comments like, "These people suck," and like the comedian, was, you know, he was being real rough, dude. And by the time I got up there, it was my first ever, and I told Baji, I don't know if Baji's old school. He went to LA, I think, but
the black guy.
yeah,
AJ.
he was
Fonzie,
hosting, and I told him that. He said, "Anything you want me to say when I introduce you?" And I was like, "Yeah, tell him you see me from Comedy Central and HBO." And I was like, "Yeah, tell him all that fat shit." And like, tell him like good shit. And he's like, "All right." And he went up there and said that, and he's like, "In any other network," he told me to say. And I went up there, and whenever I'd never been on stage, when I saw the lights, dude, like that was when. The thing I did not expect was to be blinded
I'll be blinded on stage.
by the lights, man. And,
But within the song,
and backdoor,
they
are
warned you in the
backdoor.
song.
They are right on you, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Those lights are
it's
right
something I
on
get
you.
used to, like you know.
And I didn't expect that, dude. I froze. And my opening joke was how meth wasn't that bad. Like,
that's always a good starter.
And so I couldn't get past meth. and that dude was like, "You suck!" And like he started yelling. And they're like
leave
"Say
him alone,
jokes
he's
about
fucking
meth,"
mad.
and I was so frozen, dude.
Yeah.
And like this dude started trashing me, and then another comedian, he started defending me, and they had like this little crowd fucking interaction,
Like
dude, and I'm just
crowd feud?
standing there like, and the only laugh I got was a line from Bill Burr saying like, "Man, that went off the rails."
And that went off the rails?
and that got a little outburst, but like, dude, I was so adamant to get my first joke out, and I couldn't do it, and they were giving me the light, they're flashing it at me, and I'm just like, Then they just turned on the lights and then the music.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Were you like the last comic?
The last
or?
comic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you were the
To
last
get me
comic.
off stage. You know,
Yeah,
like,
so
all
like
right,
whoever's still
fine.
there is already drunk as hell, dude.
Rick, what about your first time?
First time was
Do you remember?
Claremont, dude, in LA.
Uh-huh.
It's called Flappers in Claremont, dude. That shit was like, fuck, dude. It started like at 11, went on to like 2 in the morning on a Sunday, bro. And I had to work at 5 in the morning at Kohl's, unloading trucks.
What'd you talk about?
That time, what the hell was it? Rape. My bad. I mean, it was something like inappropriate. It was like not like you know how like Mexican movies or like prison movies, they like glorify that kind of thing. And I'm just thinking like, how come gay guys aren't more like influential in prison? Like they should be like the most gangster guys because they gotta have an extra large cargo bay to carry, like they can walk on the yard with like samurai swords. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, technically they were influential because that's where sagging came from.
Sagging.
You
No,
know,
but I mean like in prison.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
shouldn't there
it
be like
started in
more
prison and then-
like gay gangs shouldn't they be running prisons, dude?
I mean, you would
They
think
could
so
hold a lot
because
They could like smuggle more stuff.
Yeah.
They like it anyway.
Nah, dude.
Like, you can't threaten
oh
them.
yeah, just keep packing it in there.
Yeah,
But
dude,
that's
no,
part
so-
of their.
I took a
like,
9-incher the other
Yeah.
day. I got plenty of space.
That's
You know
part
what I
of
mean?
their like trade too. They got drugs and they have like
Yeah.
trafficking.
I guess we're just lucky, bro. That's like all gay guys.
But
are like,
how'd you do? Did you get a decent reaction?
It was cool,
Yeah.
but then I kind of like got into the habit of freestyling and then I would say stupid things.
You got into rapping?
Nah, like freestyling like the set.
Oh, the
Improv.
Yeah, improv.
Improvising.
Rick, you were actually there for the first time I was on.
That was good, man.
And
When you're talking about
You don't gotta lie, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it was good.
We all
'cause,
know
like,
he's late.
when he was
no, actually
performing, what was it, Cunnilingus?
Cunnilingus.
And then you didn't know that. Yeah, that was good, bro. I don't want to finish the story. I don't want to say anything.
We
I'm
can
2 for
talk
2
about
already,
it.
bro.
I'm 2 for 2.
Okay, well what happened was I had talked about, you know, when I first lost my virginity, I was with a girl.
Oh,
but
good.
I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know.
I don't believe that either.
She was on a period. Cause I didn't know.
Bad.
I didn't know what period was that much. I didn't know that much about the women anatomy. I was like 13 or 14.
So it wasn't a period, it was a
So
question mark.
I went down on her.
Exactly.
So I went down on her, and when I came back up, you know, I had residue. We can
Like
call
Yeah,
it.
let's just say like a milk mustache, bro.
Yeah, the
Like,
strawberry
and,
mustache.
And but what's funny is like people in
So
the
hold
audience,
on. You lose your virginity and you go down on her right away? The first time?
Man, it was my first time. I was like, I'm gonna
And
do
you're like,
everything.
oh, okay. That sounds like It's the first time we do everything.
Fuck it, let's do it all.
I got a dildo. I got.
But no, what was
He said he could do
What was
everything.
funny-
Yeah, you're doing everything.
what was funny is that the girl took off. Like she stopped kissing me and she said she had to go. And I was like, okay. And I went inside.
Oh, because she didn't like her period.
She knew what was going on.
Wait, you said she stopped kissing me
Yeah, she stopped kissing me because she tasted.
because she tasted the period off. Me.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And then
pretty hardcore
no
there,
wait,
buddy.
here's the funny part. She left. I went inside. Our sister Lily was still up,
You said, "Why so serious?"
and and she asked.
Go ahead.
And she said, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "Hey there." And then she looked at me, gave me this weird look, and then she just didn't say anything else, and she just took off upstairs. And I was just like, "What was that? Was kind of weird." So I went to the bathroom, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Damn.
But it was it. I don't know how I stretched that out to 4 minutes, but somehow it made it to 4 minutes. I think
Details,
the
like,
crowd
what?
was like saying stuff. There were people like, "Oh my god!" Like,
Yeah.
he's like, "Did you not know?" I was like, "No, it was my first time. I don't know what a vagina tastes like."
Yeah, that's a good story right there.
True.
So
The
and
taste of vagina was very weird the first time.
yeah, and
It tasted nothing like dick, huh?
nothing, nothing.
But dang, so you got your Red Wings the first night. Crazy.
Yeah, I never
You're
told
a
anybody
trooper.
about this. That's the funniest part. I had never told anybody about it, so I was like, I'm just gonna go and put something there that I've never said to anybody. And Rick was like, oh my god, like, can't believe you said that. him, he's telling me that he can't believe I said that on stage.
Like, for real, dude.
Wow.
You say some crazy stuff, but
Nah,
but really, man, when you talked to me and you
crazy.
gave me props,
Yeah.
I was like, man, because I know that you've been doing it for a while. So, and then a lot of the other comics were very, they were like,
Yeah,
wow, I can't believe
like,
that's your
I
first
just,
time. Like, you did pretty good.
Like,
And
you get text balls, like, just to get up there, I don't even say that, but, I mean, just to, say some shit like that, and it's true. I was like, oh, this motherfucker, like, that's the kind of shit you gotta, you need, bro, like, I think people appreciate an honest thing,
yeah.
Like, when I talk about certain things, it's funny, but then, I'm kind of being honest at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But it is fucked up sometimes, but,
Yeah, the way I thought about it was like, if I'm gonna go up there, if I say the most craziest situation, like the most embarrassing thing that's ever that I think that's happened to me,
yeah.
like there's nothing else, I can't. There's no
Might as well get all your skeletons out there.
Yeah, there's no
They
there's
ain't
no
got
more
nothing on you.
like there's no more fear of whatever. Like I've already
you've been
said
watching
something.
a lot of
so
8 Mile.
What does that have to do with anything?
Spaghetti.
No, because he goes up there and he rips on
Oh,
himself
that's right,
before
that's right.
he takes the power from them in that sense. You know
I've
what I
never
mean?
seen that movie.
Yeah.
He goes up there and talks shit about himself?
Yeah. In the rap battle?
What did he say? I know I'm white.
I can't remember. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, that's my favorite dude on Chappelle when he's like, spaghetti,
Yeah,
spaghetti. I
Don't
say
say
that.
oh.
Dude, it trips me out how these kids, they don't know about Chappelle anymore.
Man, these kids don't know about anything.
Oh my
Dude.
god.
I heard him say,
It's
fuck
been a
your
minute,
couch,
No,
right?
Damn,
And they
remember
were
that?
saying it, and they didn't know what it was from.
they didn't know.
They
were
didn't know what
saying
it was
but they
from,
didn't know
dude.
what it was
21
from.
years old, dude. Didn't know what it was from.
Darkness is.
Darkness is.
They should have never gave y'all money.
Should have never gave y'all money, dude.
Man,
so
that was
funny, dude.
it was
The best
crazy
ever.
when that show was
I would
on.
never
Dude,
put my face.
it's so
Everybody
powerful.
was all about
So
that
powerful.
show.
So
Everybody
culturally
was all
influenced.
about
No. After the first episode, I knew it was gonna make it, man.
Oh.
That.
Hey, that's like
Dude, that-
Dude, I've been
First-
following Chappelle for a minute before
Yeah.
that. Like, I was so ready
Oh, you're
to
talking
see
about
more
the-
about him.
The
Yeah,
movies
he was-
or shows. The
Well, I mean,
special?
Half Baked, and then
Yeah.
he did
it.
a.
Epic was
Epic.
hilarious.
He did.
Classic.
Have y'all ever seen Screwed?
yeah.
Screw
With-
was good.
I don't know if I've seen.
I was scared.
Yeah,
When
dude,
I-
it's
when
got
his
Norm
dudes with
McDonald. Norm McDonald's another one, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dirty Work.
Oh man, Norm.
Dirty Work.
Norm is
Oh, my
hilarious.
goodness.
Norm is
Norm is
Dude, Norm
underrated.
is so
They
ridiculous.
fucked
Yeah.
him over in the Saturday Night Live. Like, I grew up, I was a kid.
Man, he
I
didn't need to
didn't
be
see
in those
it when it happened,
restraints.
dude, but later on YouTube came on. And then, I would learn about that shit, like how he got fired and shit,
Oh, I don't know
Yeah.
anything about that.
Yeah.
I need to look it up.
It's like fucking, it's the
Unless
whole
you wanna
thing,
talk
dude.
about
Like,
Because he was
Man,
so
it's
he
something.
couldn't be like
It's on there.
he couldn't be restrained by it.
yeah, because he would say a lot of fucking, like, he called Michael Jackson a homosexual pedophile. And then, like, in the audience, you could hear people like, oh my god, like, well, it's true, man. And that was after the whole shit happened.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, he did this on
listen,
Saturday
dude,
Night
that's
Live?
funny
Nice.
that you brought that up because I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, all right, so let's say he did sleep with these kids in a cuddle sense where he wasn't into sexual means at all,
Yeah.
but bet he woke up with morning wood.
This fool. Is that
I don't know,
being
man.
hypothetical?
I don't think. I really don't think that his junk really worked that well. Cause
First of all,
Oh,
why would-
you
why
know
would
what?
some
Rogan
parents-
was talking about that.
yeah,
Why
I think
would
that
the
like
parents
he
leave your
was
fucking
like.
kids with a
They're
grown
talking about how
man?
he might have been chemically castrated. That doctor came out and said that he was.
Apparently,
chemically
that's. I
castrated.
mean, I didn't know.
Hey, but
Go
still,
do the
no,
research
hey.
on it.
I mean,
What
it's
about
true though.
fucking-
Like, how do you keep that soft ass voice while going through puberty? His voice was
Well,
like,
and the
all
crazy way
high-pitched
his
on
kids
that.
were conceived, right? Like if
His
they were-
kids do not even look like they're any kind of black.
They're probably, yeah.
They don't look like
Dude,
they're
that's
any
weird,
kind of
right?
black. That's
Isn't that
very weird.
Yeah,
Because-
why wasn't he
because-
on chopper like buying
Because you
kids?
can bleach your skin and look lighter, but that doesn't mean that your natural DNA's like changes too.
You know, I didn't
Dude,
think
I
about
don't
that
know.
until Cat Williams said that shit.
And his wife wasn't like albino to really offset that.
Man, you would think his wife would be hot. And well,
Oh,
I mean,
he
the
had
first
so
one,
much,
the first
like,
one was
power,
hot.
yeah.
The Elvis Presley chick was hot. But then the second one was like a big housewife lady. Like, who's this lady? Or did he get married to
He
her?
went
I don't
for
know.
the
I
nanny
don't
or
know. I think he
something.
probably
Yeah,
just
pretty much.
he probably just like got the powder that came out and just like mixed it with a little bit of almond milk and squirted it in her.
What's that dish? Is that your baby? Nah, I just bought straight cash stuff.
I'm no scientist.
Oh man, what else can we talk about, guys? I think
Don't quit saying that. You keep fucking up the groove when you do that. Am I allowed to say that?
whatever.
Did I say that?
Fuck up the flow.
Yeah, dude, just fucking let it
All
flow.
is good. All is good.
You guys, have you guys got any shows scheduled anytime soon?
Nah, man, it's been
I
kind
was
of
just talking to this dude about that.
You know
You're
what
not
I've been wanting
networking.
to do? I've been wanting to like throw in
Do
some.
we have to hear this?
Yes, you do. I've been wanting to do some like kind of like some Spanish jokes or whatever,
Yeah.
but like none of the audience is really Spanish, so I don't think a lot of them will get it. And because I want to kind of hit a little bit of the Spanish audience, but we should like just get together, and just do like all Latino hit, like the Land Kings of comedy.
The greatest hits.
Only like call it something really off the wall, because you know we're not really that popular, but whatever. Let's get some Hispanics
Just call
up
it
there.
Mexican Americans.
No.
What do you mean, like, put a show together?
Vincent, you are Hispanic, aren't you?
I am, dude.
What are you, Mexican?
Nah, he's there.
Yeah, I'm Mexican, bro. But I don't know, like, I don't know Spanish, and I didn't really grow up around a heavy cultural influence. But my parents are first generation, you know.
Yeah.
American.
So
You know, I actually grew up.
Texans, yeah.
Well, I grew up in Iowa, and in Iowa, I didn't speak any Spanish.
Dude, and I was born in Lubbock, so it's a West Texas like influence on my parents. So they're very like Southern conservative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All that
My
crap.
dad was a history teacher and a football coach, and he was in the army. So you could see that, like, I was like very restrained, and I had like ADD when I was a kid, so they put me on Ritalin. And so, dude, I've been cracked out since I was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
That's a surprise.
I have a.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm joking.
I
You still
have
take
a,
that shit?
That sucks.
Dude, I stopped taking it after I started going to high school.
Yeah, man, that shit's no good, dude.
Yeah.
That shit's just like meth, dude.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
I mean,
It's
it's pretty the derivative.
pretty
I've done both, dude.
pretty wild to
Pretty
reflect
close,
that, like, I was so young taking them doses, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they did that to a lot of kids.
Well, it's everywhere.
It's kind of it's like they're the
Yeah,
way
they do it to a lot of kids,
Yeah.
bro.
It's just
I mean, I got a joke about it where, like, I talk about how popular fidget spinners got.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what's crazy is that the fidget
You don't even
spinners...
gotta finish the joke. We're already laughing.
Dude, it is bullshit that
Yeah.
fidget spinners got so popular because, like, they're like apparently intended to help kids with ADD. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
Like that fidget.
You get stuck on that.
And that's what I say. Like, man, that's bullshit. They're giving them toys for treatment now.
Yeah.
Like when I was a
It's not
kid, they
even
put
that.
me on drugs.
The good shit. The
And you
good
know,
shit.
my dad thought that was bullshit because when he was a kid, they just beat the fuck out
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it did to me, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't
we
have
got-
that drug option.
It's a
We got
complicated thing. Okay, do you remember when you first stopped taking it? Like, how did that like?
No, dude, I
stories.
really don't remember. I really don't remember how it would affect me or it didn't affect me, because I just thought I was so young that I just did it,
Mhm.
and like I was so like it was like getting glasses. I just put my glasses
Yeah.
on because they helped me see.
Yeah, 'cause
I just
mean,
took the
doctor
pill
tells you to take it, you're
because
not gonna
they told me
question
it was helping me,
Yeah.
and I didn't know. But so I mean, yeah, I think my grades definitely dropped in high school, but that was because I was more interested in actually being social and like making friends.
You know
what I mean?
that seems to be like the main issue, that they put kids on Ritalin because they're not acting well in class. Well, because they don't have interest in what
Well,
they're doing.
yeah, that's what I think it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I think
And
that's what it
you got a
is.
kid who doesn't have an interest in one aspect, but might have an interest in another thing.
Yeah.
Man,
And they see that as a problem. Like, you're supposed to have interest in all of them.
Yeah.
Like, how can you know what? I mean, that's
It's literally,
fine.
your
But-
mother's gotta take time with you, like do your homework with you, and like.
I
You
think
know, it's just
honestly
like-
the problem is, and I heard it through some other like radio interview I heard a guy talking about it, and he was saying that his study showed that it was a nutritional based problem that kids were just getting cereal in the morning.
Yeah, too much sugar.
And it's just all these carbohydrates,
Yeah.
you know, croissants or whatever, and they send them off to school early, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then they're expected to pay attention until lunch. That's like not even till 11, which is like, you know, like
crash.
2 hours later, and they're already
I remember the crash. Too.
tired and disinterested in crashing.
That
before
actually,
that.
I actually had that problem with my son, my firstborn.
Yeah.
He was, and here's what the problem was. He was falling asleep in class, and then he was also hyperactive in the mornings. Well, and then we were like saying, okay, well, what are we feeding him? Like, we're giving him Pop-Tarts in the morning. Okay, let's stop giving him Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, dude, you need more than that.
Because we were like, well, he would also have his regular breakfast in the school, but he would only like pick at it. But he would have a Pop-Tart real quick at the house, and then we cut that out. You know, we're like, hey, no more Pop-Tarts. If anything, let's give him a little bit of plain oatmeal, and then we'll put like peanut butter or something in it, so it's, you know, give it a little flavor, so he's not complaining. And we also started putting him to bed earlier. We put him to bed like around 8:30.
Oh yeah.
So like he'd be asleep by 9ish. So he'd get a full 8, almost 9 hours of sleep.
Right.
And then his grades got better, and like he started calming down. He wasn't being disruptive. He was paying attention more. And then, but one problem he did have was that there are some things he didn't want to do and some things he did. Like he was good at math. He was good at reading. He doesn't have a very his imagination's not like completely there. Like he doesn't have a great imagination. Like he'll play with other kids, and I saw him playing with one kid one time with like some kind of it's like a shark or something like that. And like, well, the shark came on the land, and then my son was like, no, sharks go in the water. And he's like, I know, but I'm just pretending. Let's pretend that the shark came on the land. And then my son was like, no, sharks don't come on the land. They
Can't even conceive that.
Yeah, he did the right thing.
He's like,
what
no.
the fuck is it? No.
No.
He's like,
real practical.
the only way it can be on land is if it's in a Sharknado. We all know that's bullshit.
Yeah. Y'all know, even though they made like 17
He's
of
not even
them.
falling for that.
That thing, hey, Sharknado brought what's her name's acting career back to life.
Back to life. It was like a zombie.
That one chick
later
from
got
Van
hacked
Wilder,
up.
the blondie, she had like
Tara
a
Reid.
Yeah, Tara
Oh,
Reid.
yeah.
So she cocked
Didn't
for
she
$1,000.
I thought she
No,
died
she's
too.
still alive.
Which the one that is there a Reed that died?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll tell you this though, she had the worst smoker's voice for like a 20-something.
It's
Oh,
sexy.
that guy
I
raspy.
like that
Yeah,
voice.
dude.
Oh, what? You
Hey,
like that?
Hey, if she smokes, she pokes.
She also had like a horrible boob job once.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, she had like all these like no, they were just like funny looking boob jobs. They were like all uneven. People were roasting her bad for her boob job. It's like, you're an actress. Why you have money to pay a real good person to give you a decent boob job? She like went to Mexico and got the 40% off deal.
She blew all that money.
She looked like Mr. Anderson on South Park. Remember when they got a boob job?
Who's that? Oh, Mr. Anderson.
The teacher, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Hat, yeah.
Oh, is that what his name was? Yeah, I know Mr.
Hat.
Hat.
Garrison.
Yeah, Mr. Garrison.
Oh,
Not
Garrison.
Anderson.
That's my bad.
Yeah, I was like, what? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Mr.
Whatever,
Garrison.
you guys got it.
Is there something you have to say about Mr. Anderson?
He
He's
touched
a
me.
teacher from your
We knew it.
childhood.
I was
You let him.
traumatized. Hey,
You liked it.
every good comic has had terrible things happen to them in their life to fuck up their way.
Hey, dude, I believe that, bro. I believe
I
that.
don't think that's necessarily true. Somebody
My
told me.
My dad didn't like me that much. Dude.
No, you didn't like you that much?
No, so he didn't molest me, dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's not. That's.
I thought you meant like he didn't like you. He kept
No, he's
you,
cool. He's
he
cool.
kept
man.
you far away.
No, he'd call me an idiot, dude. Like, and then like, I know,
That's
like,
that's normal though.
Yeah, no, but it was funny. He was such an asshole about it, dude. Like when I was younger, he'd be like, "Man, you're fucking stupid." Like, you know, like, you get frustrated. Like, "Oh my god, you're fucking dumb." And I'm like,
That's
okay.
normal though. That's
Okay,
a
and then I got
normal.
older, and
That's like him, but he's getting frustrated with you by
Yeah.
calling you that, so then he's kind of dumb too.
Yeah, so like later on, I was like, "Bitch, teach me some shit, motherfucker." Yeah, but like, you know what? It was funny though. Later on, I look back and then like it got to a point where you'd be like, "Why are you so dumb? Why? What the fuck?" Like, bitch, cause I don't know shit. I wonder who's the fuck supposed to teach me. Like, I didn't know that. Dude, I bought a car, the first car I bought. Bro. I didn't know that it took oil. I didn't know, so I just kept running it. I ran it for like 6 months without oil changes or like not even checking the oil.
He's like, why did it stop in the middle of the highway?
It exploded,
like,
dude.
You need
Like,
gas,
it exploded.
The engine, not the whole car. Like, the engine exploded. Like
the whole car.
I got it checked out.
How old were you?
I was like, shit, 20.
20?
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking you're like 17
Nah,
with your first
dude,
car
I
at
didn't get my first
16.
car till, like, I had a fucking.
Wait.
Yeah.
Nobody told you that cars needed oil. None of your friends.
Dude, I didn't know my truck needed
Like,
water.
Dude, I started working when I was like 18, and the first couple years, dude, I had jobs like at the mall,
18.
down the street. So like I would just walk to work. You know?
18.
Yeah.
I had to work at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what 16, 15?
Yeah, I remember my truck water pump went out, and I just kept driving it, and I didn't know it was overheating, and it just locked up on me.
Damn it.
Yeah.
But it was fine. We just fixed the water pump.
Yeah.
Old 90 Ranger.
Oh yeah.
1990 Ranger, dude. That thing did me good till I got rid of it.
So I got rid of it.
Going
Well, I
back,
need
Somebody
something
else's
new, man.
problem.
going back to what Rick was saying, I think the older Hispanic people, it was normal for them to talk down to your children.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's why, like, you kept
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, he would call me stupid," whatever. It's
No,
like,
no,
like,
I
it's
was
normal.
like, oh, yeah, why? It's just
'Cause-
funny, dude. Like, you know.
Because our mom is older, you know. We're probably the last of those years.
Yeah, but you know
90s.
what's weird, dude? Like it's so rare to hear a compliment from like someone from Mexico. Like
No, it's not
Mexicans,
gonna happen. No, it doesn't
you
happen.
never hear like one Mexican complimenting another Mexican.
No, if
Like-
it's
like-
old school, it's not
Yeah,
happening
dude, like,
at all.
I was working landscaping, bro, and I was watching them work, dude. And there was this one guy that like you could tell he gets down, right? He's doing like we went all that shit, like, man, I'm like fuck. And I asked like somebody else, hey, he does a good job. I was like, man, fuck that, fool. He don't know shit, you know. And I was like, and you know what I just told him? Like, oh man, I'm the shit at landscaping. I would just bullshit my way into a job and see how much I can learn before I get fired. And
Nice.
see if they'll hang, like, you know, they asked me like, hey man, this is summer, we don't got time to fuck around, teach you know people shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I fucking invented landscaping. But like,
You're insulting them.
yeah, like, bitch,
He got the job. Why?
I don't
Because
want to
you
be modest,
insulted me
bro,
4
but
times.
I fucking
I like
invented
it.
landscaping, motherfucker. Give me that shit. Then I'm on YouTube, like, learning how to fucking turn on a lawnmower.
On the clock.
Yeah, on the clock, like, on our way to our first job, dude. Like, and I turned it on, it's all fucking crooked, but like, they needed people, so they didn't fire me. They had to give me a talk. It's like, have you done this before? Like, yeah, but like,
Yes, I told you.
I did it in Cali, it's different, bro. Like, over there, the grass goes that way. Like, and then, like, but whatever, I don't know how the fuck. I was there for a year, dude. I was there
A
for a
year.
year. For a
You
year.
bullshitted your way to a job for a
For a year.
year.
I didn't know
Hey,
shit.
they need that.
But like, dude, anytime like somebody new would come along, and believe it or not, after a while, dude, I was running a crew, and then like, they would like, I would ask around, hey, so is he good? Like, man, he fucking sucks. Fuck that kid. Like, no, never hear one Mexican complimenting another, never, dude. And then like he'll work and he'll kick ass, and they're like, no, sí, say tú. Like, get off his nuts, you know. Like, get off-
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. If you compliment another guy,
That's gay.
you're considered gay.
Like, me mama el pito ese de. Mándale la verga ese güey. De puta, ¿qué les cuesta? Oye,
Ey,
eso
cuidado con
queda-
este.
Queda chido, güey.
Te va a
Eso
tocar.
vale verga. Dame la pela, you know.
You know what's weird?
That's hilarious.
I think it's hilarious when you joke around with like the guys from Mexico or whatever, and they do like say a lot of like they go to like a lot of gay jokes, right?
Sí, güey.
But then they're so homophobic about it. But then half the
Yeah.
time they're all like, hey, you know, you're like saying something. Oh, yeah. They start like touching up on you, saying saying gay stuff.
Yeah.
But then it's like, why is that the first thing you go to when you're joking around? But you're so homophobic. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like real like macho shit.
Yeah.
Like always like doing some gay ass shit like. Dude, there's like always some dude that goes too far, like, especially like Mexicans, way se lleva bien gacho, way.
Yeah.
Like if you're sweeping, dude, there's always like some dude at work, like if he's old school Mexican, He'll get you like poking the butt with the broom, dude. You know, like a nice little, like, you know, not like shoving.
A nice little.
No, man, they joke around. They'll be like, hey, you want some? They'll be like,
man,
hey,
I'll fucking swing on your bitch ass.
There's a guy that will tell you, like, hey, you want some tamales? Like, yeah, I want tamales. I got a tamale for you. Like, what the hell? What are you talking about?
You fell for that one.
You can't do one nice thing for each other, bro.
No, you can't.
But then when you say, hey, man, so what do you think about gays? They're like, no, man, no, that's not right. That's not right. It's against God and all this religion and blah blah blah. But then you want to make jokes about it. That's all. But that's all they joke about.
Yeah.
Like they always go to the gay, innuendo first.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't understand what the hell. That's all you guys know how to joke around. So
This is like making each other uncomfortable with. You know,
well, they don't. They all like it. They all love it. They're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
They fucking hate us, dude. You know how like Africans, you know how Africans hate black dudes?
Yeah.
Or black people, you know, from Africa?
Yeah.
The same thing, dude, with us.
Yep, they hate us.
What, the older generation hates the younger generation?
They hate us, dude.
No,
so much,
the Mexicans hate the Mexican Americans.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, and I got a green
We
card,
got the
bro.
papers.
You know, like they talk to me like, hey, man, you're not really Mexican. Like, bitch, first of all, fuck you. I'll smack you, bitch. You know, I don't need your permission to be proud of what I am. And I wouldn't want to grow up over there anyway. It sucks, bro. Don't get mad at me because my parents love me enough to bring my ass over here.
That's why they hate
You know,
us.
right? You want to hate on us, dude, but you're over here too, bitch. You know, to keep it real, who made Mexico like that you have to fucking leave it for a better life? Right? Who made it like that? Right?
That's very true. I mean,
You know, I mean, it sounds fucked up, but
The
like...
drugs.
Yeah, you know, like... It is what it is, man. You know, like... That's how, like, when people want to say that, oh, white people, like... Yeah, but white people didn't ask permission to put themselves where they are. Right?
Yeah.
And, like, it kind of seems like we asked them for permission to treat us better. You know what I mean? So, like...
Yeah.
Let's just keep it real, bro. Like, you can't hate on them for that, you know? You can't hate, like, okay, get your house in order también, wait. At the same time, I would never want to be with them. It fucking sucks. I don't even like going over on vacation, bro. Like, when we would go, dude, it was always like, just like George Lopez said, when someone was dying, bro. And, like, fuck, for a while, dude, my grandma died, like, last year. But she's been dying for 20 years, bro. Like basically, like, dying, like, hardcore, like, it's time for reals.
It's time for reals.
And, like, it was such a regular thing, like, we had, like, a schedule, like, okay.
Would they tell you that? Oh, your grandma's dying. Come on, let's go.
Still, like, fuck,
So
she
you're already
outlived,
over it.
She outlived, like, half her kids, dude.
For real?
Nah, like,
That's
couple,
crazy. Yeah, that's how it is.
And she never took care of herself, always smoking. You know, she had diabetes, she couldn't see shit. She's fucking walking down the street, not giving a shit. And she was OG.
She's drunk? No,
she was
she's
not.
lying.
She was OG, man.
So, where are you from in California?
I was born in Mexico, bro. I was born in Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Oh,
But you said you were...
I
you
grew
did
up in LA.
LA?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. When I did stand up in Claremont, I was living in Riverside, Moreno Valley. Then I came out here because I heard the weather was better. That was a lie.
yeah.
A lie.
No, the weather's not better. Yeah, I hear.
Dude, the first year I was here, there was a fucking tornado almost fucking killed me, dude. And over there, I was in Kennedale, and like I was working at this place called Skyline, and they let us go home early because of a tornado warning. Which I give a fuck with that, man, because I never been through one. That means that there was a supercell, and I was like, fuck, I got your supercell right here, bitch. I didn't know what it was, dude. So I was just
You
chilling,
went to
bro.
the bar?
I was just chilling, bro, and then
She means go home.
all of a sudden I hear the siren. I look outside, it's already raining sideways, dude.
Yeah.
And I lived on the second floor, so like if anything I'll die first, bro. And it was weird because I noticed people leaving before it hit. And like they were going to like, wait it out somewhere else. And I was like, oh, that's why I do, because that shit was like, fuck. Like. Then I looked on the news, and it was like, I used to live right down the street from 287 and the 20. You know what I said?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
like South Fort Worth. And then they crossed 287 right where I used to stay, dude. You know?
Well, that was a good intro for your Texas life.
Yeah, dude.
But I mean, you stayed, so.
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. Like, fuck it, you know.
How long ago was that?
Oh, man.
2016, 2015?
That was 2016. Yeah. 2016, yo. Cause I came like towards the end of 2015, I think. So I've been out here for like a minute now, man.
Vince, you been here this whole time?
This whole time, bro.
So he's from Lubbock.
Since I was 5, moved out here.
Yeah.
So,
I've been here since 2001 or 2002. I grew up north in Iowa.
I was 89.
When you were born?
What? No, when I came out here.
Okay, I was like, what?
89.
89?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
34.
You're 34?
Yep.
What? You see? He looks like a little kid.
Little kid.
That's why I never offer you
Like
any
a coal miner.
any party favors. No party favors for you, bro. What? That's crazy. You're older than me, dude. I look old enough to be your granddad. I'm already getting gray hairs, dude.
You know, the first time I saw you, I was like, I thought you were like semi-homeless.
Semi-homeless?
Semi-homeless? But you come in to do comedy because you want to get out of the rain.
That is kind of true.
It's kind of
You had like a long sweater on. It was all dirty.
When you
I
met me, yeah, I was homeless, dude.
was like, huh?
Yeah, I was, this time, I've been homeless for a couple of times, dude. This time I was homeless, since last, August?
Mm-hmm.
August, September. Around September of last year, all the way to like April.
Hey, Willie, Nicole's not here, is she?
Yeah.
I think she
Yeah,
can
okay.
check on the kids.
Oh, alright. Should have just said, hey, go fucking do something. Alright.
Who, you or to tell her to do something?
Hey, whichever.
What was I going to say? I was going to talk about something. What do you
What up, dude?
What up, Vince?
What up, bro?
So I have been, trying to do as much as I can, and I want to do more shows, and I want to do like an actual show. So
Yeah, bro.
how many have you done? Some, like a couple?
Well, I got hooked up with this cat, Michael Bowers.
Oh, yeah.
You know that dude, right?
Shit.
And he put me on. First show I did that wasn't a showcase for Butch. I did a showcase for Butch, and then I did this one that Michael got me on. That, do you know, what's her name, man?
The one at the strip club?
No. I did that one later, but this was at Club Dreams in Dallas.
Yeah.
I think her name's Rakisha.
You did a show there?
She's another comedian. But do you know who I'm talking about?
Nah, what does she look like?
So she's always changing her hair, so I don't know. To be honest. Get away with murder, bro. She kills though, dog. She is a murderer. She kills.
Yeah.
She kills. But she was hosting. It was like, dude, it was kind of tripped out. I felt like I was on some talent showcase because they had like some R&B singers with like backup dancers and like all sorts of shit, dude. It was up in this like little old school bar, like it looked like they converted Cheers like into like a urban club. You know what I
Danny DeVito
mean?
walking around.
And yeah, so like it was.
right?
Nah, that's
It
not
was-
Cheers.
He wasn't.
It was all ethnic people, dog. So like I was, a little bit intimidated by that, but like my set went well.
What'd you talk about?
The same bit about Ritalin,
Oh.
fidget spinners. I was actually talking about how I was tripping out about is ramen noodles more healthy than McDonald's. Cause you remember that Super Size Me, that dude almost killed himself, dude.
Yeah.
Almost killed himself eating nothing but McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I was watching that eating my second bowl of ramen noodles. Bro.
Yeah.
And when you're on that second bowl, you realize how salty it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, people don't know this, but that's actually 2 servings.
Dude,
What, one?
yeah,
One
of
ramen
those.
is 2 servings.
So
Yeah.
who gets to decide the serving? That's
Yeah,
not
fuck
But
that. I decide the
dude.
servings.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
I
Who
agree.
gets to decide
Yeah,
the
for real.
servings?
Yeah, fuck.
They make me
The
do it,
big,
man.
that's just the way, because the way they do it is like if they were to tell you this is 1 serving and it has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, people would be like, what? But they trick people by saying, oh, it's 2 servings.
Dude, that's what tripped me out though. Like,
And everybody eats the whole thing anyway.
I ate so much of it being broke that like and I feel fine for the most part. You know what I mean? I think
You go
if
through a
anything,
withdrawal,
I feel like I'd blame it on a hangover. I guess.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
like, and then plus, like, I hear that's like a commodity in prison now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And folks are getting beefed up on ramen noodles, homie. You know what I'm saying? They ain't working the legs as much, but you know.
Ramen noodles and
I don't
tuna.
think anybody in prison works out the legs.
No?
I don't
I
think
think they
so.
do squats.
I don't know, man.
Unless
You don't want to be bent
They all
over
work.
like
They all
that,
just
man.
focus
Yeah,
on
man,
their
you don't
chest
bend over
and
to do
arms.
squats.
Unless they're
You
sagging
stick
their
it out, and it's like it's as close as bending over.
You
as
know
can
your
get,
proper
man.
technique.
Yeah. Spread
You're
your
right,
butt
you're
cheeks
right.
wide.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Uns had an apartment, and we used to just drink and eat ramen noodles. That's all we did.
Yeah,
we
you
would
never been in better shape in your life, huh?
No, it was actually. Well, I was better shape then than I am now because
Yeah,
I was
that's
young.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but back then, it was like, we got $5. What do we do? Go get 40s or go get ramen noodles? We're like, fuck it, 40s.
Nah, you get the 40, then you just like pocket a couple ramen noodles.
Well, wait, they
Pocket
don't
a
sell
couple.
they don't sell 40s at Walmart though.
Yeah,
Do they?
They
Yeah,
do.
for
They
sure.
do now.
They do now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
up
cool.
to 11.
Back then,
They
it
got
was
the
like you go to
211 in the
corner store.
case. They don't have the
No,
40
oh.
though.
We
Yeah,
totally
no, they
did.
got
Like,
211.
They might have quarts.
Yeah,
No, they have 240s, dude.
man, we used to drink a shit ton of Mickeys,
Yeah.
211s,
I never could hang
Well,
like 211.
Bud Lights.
It was
Bud
no,
Ice.
Bud
That shit
Ice.
was Bud
Bud
Ice.
Oh, Bud Ice, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Keystone
it was
Ice.
Bud Ice,
Uh-huh.
Colt 45. My favorite was Mickey's. Love me some
Mickeys
Mickey's.
was
and
the
shit.
shit at the time, yeah.
Shit, High Gravity, the 211s. If we were really broke, 211s.
Dude,
Yeah.
I liked 211. That charcoal brew. There's some man. I get a
Charcoal
little.
brew? I didn't know it came in one flavor.
Is
It's
it-
fucked
No,
up.
different flavor?
That's the original. It's a charcoal brew. You said it's on the bottle.
They did come
Oh.
with flavors though, man. Like,
Did
They
they?
started doing that later.
No.
Cause I remember I gave a homie a ride home and he's like, "Oh, stop
It's
real
bad
quick.
enough.
I'm gonna get some 211s. You want one?" I was like, "Sure, man." And he's like, "What flavor?" I was like, "Flavor."
Flavor. Yeah.
Nah, fuck, give me that original.
Original 211.
hey, but you know what you ever did in Four Locos, man? When they
Nah, dude,
first
those
Oh,
things
when they
were-
first came out?
when they had
Dude.
like ginseng and nitrous
Yeah, I didn't
oxide
like it
and-
because
I
it
did.
was
Hey,
just
dude,
that one
everyone's
and you
like
forget
day
everything.
drinking.
Yeah.
I remember I went to the strip club one time and I had 4 with me.
Whoa.
And I remember drinking 1.5, and I don't remember the rest of the
Yeah,
night, and I don't
dude.
remember what happened to the other ones.
That's pretty
Dude,
much it
and
right
I
there.
drink
1.5.
one before I'd go out whenever I used to.
I don't remember how I got home.
That's how I'd save money. That's why I wouldn't be spending so much.
Yeah.
Like half my buzz was on $2 of a quart.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
40. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and then they were like $1.50.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
dude.
cheap.
Yeah.
They were cheap.
Super
is
cheap,
true.
dude. I remember I didn't have enough cash, dude. For dude, I didn't have $1.75, dude, and I bummed some from a old lady I worked with. She was like, I got a couple
Come and
quarters.
get
I was like,
lady.
you got 2 quarters? That's all we're short, you know?
Yeah.
And she was like, what are you trying to do?
But how old were you at this time?
22.
Oh, yeah, that's about the age we were when we were drinking all that.
Yeah.
How old are you, man?
I remember I used to
35?
pinch out the extra tobacco.
I think I'm 32.
31.
I'm
31?
the youngest one here.
31.
Lost
I'm
count.
31, man. No, it doesn't matter. After you're
I'm
21,
the
who
oldest
cares?
one here.
No, he's 35.
Oh, you're 35. Oh.
You old bastards.
I know.
I think I'm 31.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
Hey,
remember-
matter.
I'd rather be old
Hey,
than look
no.
old, Rick.
It's wisdom, bro. It's gray hairs. It's a sign of wisdom, bro. It means I know some shit. No, it is wisdom, right? Because the more shit
No,
you go...
it does not.
No,
It's
hey, look,
nothing.
think about it. The more shit you go through...
No, it is
The
not.
more shit you go through, the
No.
more stressed out you
Well,
are.
then
the
what does
more-
that mean?
The more gray hairs
No,
you have. So,
that-
like, yeah, that is a sign of
That has
wisdom.
nothing to do with it.
Yes, I just figured it
But
out.
I tell you
bro.
what.
I just figured
No,
it
I
out.
just figured that out.
No,
You figured it out for us.
I was about to
Anything
make
out.
fun of it. Like, no, that doesn't... Oh,
No.
yeah, but the more shit you...
That's not what it means.
That's how it is.
Man, I remember there was a point where we were starting to get money, and we're like, oh man, we got money. We get a fucking case of High Life.
Right.
Hell yeah!
Paying the
We're
bill.
drinking
High
good.
Life.
We're drinking good now,
50
fellas.
beers for like $20, dude.
It was no, the 32.
36
The,
pack.
it was the 32 ounces or 36.
Oh, those?
36
Oh,
ounces.
And
Oh,
then
the
we get
tall
like
ones.
it'd be $20 for
Oh.
the whole case. Like hell yeah, we got money.
Damn.
High Life, dude.
Yeah, that's when we
Oh,
got money. And then we
oh.
went back to getting broke. So we're like, oh man, I got $20. How are we gonna get 5 people drunk? All right, the 30 pack of Keystone Ice, and we beer bong it, dude. Like 3 of them, and you're done.
Right. Trying to
But this is
make the most of it.
what was funny though. Like we would get an apartment in one person's name, and then
Oh, we fucked
everybody would move into that apartment.
It's like
Everybody would move in.
Oh,
Like me and my cousin got an apartment, right? It was a 2-bedroom apartment. It was me and him. Next thing you know, my cousin Ike comes over. He's over every night. My cousin Dan comes over. He's over just about every night. My younger brother comes over. He never left. He stayed
in the closet playing video games.
Look, my cousin slept on the couch so much. He didn't live there. He stayed there so much that the couch started stinking like him.
Like that dude from Half Baked. The guy, they don't even know his name. They just call him the guy.
Guy on the couch.
I think at one point we had 3 couches in there, and that's what.
Was that David Tell?
Nah, it's what's his name? Something Wright, Stephen Wright.
Stephen Wright, yeah.
Okay.
He's good, man.
Yeah,
I don't know who
I
that
thought
is.
it was Bob
Old
Saget
school
at first, too,
80s
man. I thought it was either Bob
Boston.
Saget, dude, or...
On the couch?
Oh, Bob Saget's hilarious in that movie.
He was. Look.
You ever sucked a dick for coke?
When
Who was that, Eddie Griffin?
No, that wasn't any. That wasn't anybody that I know of.
No, yeah, it was Eddie Griffin.
No, it wasn't.
I seen him.
I seen him.
Yeah, that was Eddie
That
Griffin.
was him? For real?
Was it?
I thought it was Eddie
I
Griffin.
seen
But,
him.
but watching that movie and
I
like
seen it.
from knowing Bob Saget from Family, that Family show, what the hell it was called, and then seeing him do that was like,
hilarious.
wow, what
Yeah.
the. I had because I was a kid when I used to watch that show for a little bit, because I was like, hey, DJ's looking kind of hot. She started.
Don't make excuses. We'd watch it because it was like something to watch.
I
don't
guess
know.
so. It was like
It was like Simpsons
this is
and
what
that,
white people do. Why can't we be?
and then Home Improvement.
Home Improvement was a shit.
Yeah, we'd watch all that.
Home Improvement was the shit.
Home Improvement was that.
Gil Flanders
He's
did.
the one that tripped me out the most. That his comedy was so adverse from being Tim the
Then you
Toolman.
get
Tim
got busted.
Tim
for
Allen,
coke,
dude.
right?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen's stand-up comedy is
He
raunchy.
was all kinds of coked up when he was doing that
Yeah,
show.
he sure was.
I think that's where he got the from. He did mine.
Probably.
They're like, what is going on in there? Oh, nothing. We're working on some bit.
Leave me alone.
Oh man.
Did they cancel the show because he like touched the woman?
I don't know
Or
why.
was that somebody else?
I don't know if I got canceled.
No, not Heidi.
Nah.
Jesus, Heidi though. Whoa.
I
was talking
about
Pamela
Pamela
Anderson.
Yeah,
But
before,
she
and
was
then
before
it was
was
somebody else.
And then there was a.
I think I would have decided on the second one, not Pamela.
Yeah,
the
Heidi
second
was
one's
fucking
hot
hot as hell, dude.
Yeah, that's funny. You remember that bunny show? That chick was hot.
Which funny show?
Bunny.
Mr.
Oh
Floppy.
yeah, the fucking happily ever
Unhappily ever after.
Unhappily ever after.
Oh,
was
yeah,
hilarious.
That chick.
Yeah.
That chick was hot.
She
Yeah.
sure was.
Was it
dude,
the show?
right?
You know what? I never saw her in anything
I don't know.
really
She
else.
married Jay Moore and then they got divorced.
Who's Jay Moore?
You know Jay
You
Moore?
don't know Jay Moore?
Probably do.
Jay
but
Moore,
I don't-
you seen Paulie? The parrot?
The parrot movie?
Yeah,
I
the guy
don't-
that steals the parrot.
He
I
hosted
can't
the
think.
original Last Comic Standing.
It was on Saturday Night Live.
He
He's
was
done
on
a bunch of
Saturday
shit.
Night Live.
Huh?
He's a heavy hitter. Do you know Jay Moore?
I probably do, but I can't put the face to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Paulie,
He's
bro.
a blonde, sleek looking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, he's the one that played
And Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. The
Yeah,
other
yeah.
Asian,
He got
He
hurt.
plays an asshole.
God damn.
Oh, Bobcat was hilarious.
Bobcat
as
was
the bunny.
awesome. His stand up is hilarious too.
Yeah.
Oh, is that his real name?
Bobcat? Not
Goldblum.
really.
Goldblum,
Bobcat.
yeah.
Goldblum, some shit.
I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, Police Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Well, Police Academy, he wasn't like
Good.
funny.
Yeah.
He just had
It
this
was just
weird
the
like
voice,
thing.
yeah.
That character.
He was just a character, but like his
Hey.
actual.
You guys think that you ever heard of those verduleros?
No.
Police Academy is a rip-off of them. It's a Mexican version of Police
That
Academy.
happens though. That happens a lot more often than
You know, like
than we
sometimes,
know of.
like, cause there's a lot of
We
have
get a lot
heard of
from England.
like
Did nobody watch 49 Ronin?
nah,
Total ripoff.
of
49
13 Assassins,
Ronin
some
or
other
something like
movie, right? Yeah. But like, you think they jack that shit? Cause it's like, but like the one in Mexico, dude, is like, you know how like the one in America is like, oh, like goody two shoes, don't even swear.
Mm-hmm.
The Mexican one, dude, watch it, dude. Verduleros, it's Tun Tun. You know Tun Tun?
Yeah,
The midget, he be blasting motherfuckers, dude. Like,
I don't know.
fucking Luis Alba,
That
man,
guy's
look it up,
hilarious.
bro. It's the shit, bro. Like, all they do is talk shit to each other, dude. Just like, you know, like, remember how we're talking, like, no, tú puro pinche carrera, you know, alboreando, bro. It's like a skill, bro, to talk shit to someone.
Hell yeah, it is.
Una
I have
bull.
no skill.
Yeah, dude. You check that shit out, bro. But, yeah, some good shit.
I'm
The
gonna have to
90s,
check it out.
90s TV was almost better. You know?
Dude,
Yeah.
I was
It
thinking
was.
about that. Like, dude, I want to be able to go back and watch some old school shit.
Yeah,
On
like,
YouTube.
You can.
I know, but like, you
Stops you.
can't get a lot of that. You can't get a lot of that on
like
YouTube.
you know where to find Batman?
sure you
The
can.
Batman series?
Yeah.
Where?
Watch. Well, can I advertise something?
Go for it.
Watch cartoonsonline.com.
Yeah. Cartoons Online.
Yeah, I was watching the X-Men show the other day. I'm big on it.
Oh, the not the like the first one, right?
Yeah,
The
the
yellow suit.
Yeah.
94.
Yeah, that shit.
Damn, that
Let
shit
me
was
look it up.
complex, dude.
That shit was awesome.
The storyline, dude. Like, how the hell they come up with all that shit?
But like the old school, like
Yeah.
Comedy Central shows,
Watch
like
cartoon.
or like the old school
Oh,
History
I
Channel
don't know.
shows.
Oh, okay. I see
Honest,
what you mean.
episode 32.
Like you can watch
Yeah.
some of them on there, but like they block a lot of them. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to get like you have to go buy the series, I guess.
But like, do you
Like
mean
through a
like any
DVD.
kind of shows, like specific shows?
Specifically Crank Yank, or not Crank Yank.
Crank Yankers is hilarious.
Shorty's watching Shorty.
I love Shorty's watching.
I don't know what
was
that is.
cool.
What is
No.
it?
With the
Dude, I
babies.
wish I could have
They
had
love
that. I want to like. I guess I should try to find that. Order like a box set if they have it.
You ever seen Sifo and Ollie on MTV? The sock puppet show?
No.
Nah, it was like a.
I haven't had cable in like 20 years, 15 years.
That was like, damn, dude. When we first got
10
illegal
years,
cable,
probably.
bro. It was
Everything's
back
on
in
live stream
2000.
now.
Yeah, it's really dumb, dude. Sifo and Ollie, bro. Like they just like do parodies of songs, but they're sock puppets. You know.
I don't know, man.
Like,
Wait, what are you watching? Are
I
you sure
think
you're
I know
watching
what you're
that?
talking about.
You know that's where like Wonder Chosen came along. Remember Wonder Chosen?
Yeah, Wonder Chosen was weird. I watched that tripping on
Like, dude,
acid.
you have to be high, like, because
really
like
weird.
MTV2, like when they came around, they did some dumbass shit, dude. You know, like they had SpongeBob at 2 a.m, then like Wonder Chosen. I would watch it after Chappelle.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, then exactly, dude. And, like they would go on commercials and it'd be like all like purple wavy colors and shit.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Wonder Chosen was
it was a
totally
trip,
made
huh?
for people to do like.
Yeah, like on
trip on
drugs.
shrooms
And it was
or
always on
whatever.
Friday and Saturday night. You know.
It is a weird show.
Dude, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I
yeah.
love Aqua
Look,
Teen.
right here, dude. Master Shake.
Already.
Oh shit, there you go.
He's eating the Brood Witch.
I don't even
Brood
remember
Witch.
those old shows. I remember watching them all the time.
It was like,
baked,
hey.
but like I can't even remember any of them.
Yeah, I hate that. Because,
Yeah.
like,
You know what I mean?
when I turned, pretty much from 15 to 22, I don't know what the hell happened.
You know,
No, I'm
remember
serious.
shit.
I'm serious.
No, I remember a lot of stuff, but I don't remember a lot of like
Well, yeah,
the stuff you would think you would remember.
Yeah,
I
what?
guess.
I remember, like, getting shot at and, you know, like, almost getting stabbed or getting robbed in my mom's front yard. But I don't remember, like, a lot of cool things. Like, I know I get fucked up every birthday, and I don't remember, like,
Yeah, dude.
don't remember a lot of stuff. And then somebody be like, hey, man, remember that time? No.
No.
I'm sorry.
Man, I hate that shit now. Hey, look, like that shit.
Dude, that would trip
I'm
you out if
stupid,
they're
man.
like, remember that time we got shot at? Like, fool, I think that was somebody else. Like, no, fool, you were there. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I remember that.
I'll jump my hands. Man.
Well, like,
you don't
I
remember some
remember-
major shit like that? Then that would
Yeah.
be twisted.
remember some of those, but there's, dude, we got fucked up. You know?
No, but
Just being young.
Adult Swim though came out with some of the best animated adult cartoons. And
C-Lab 2021.
yeah,
Aqua Teen
Assy
Hunger
McGee.
Force.
Assy McGee was
I
alright.
didn't
I
get
think
to watch
McGee
those.
was so ridiculous.
I've never
It
seen
was
it.
just an ass that walked
This is
around
a
with
Oh.
But every time it talked, it
That
spit.
reminded me of Head, the Head Detective from that show, Living Color. Remember Head Detective?
Living Color.
Oh
Living
yeah,
Color.
the head.
That's what the ass
it
show
was like
reminded me
Damon
of.
Wayans.
Yeah, it was Damon Wayans
I totally
with hands.
forgot about that skit.
Oh, dude, Living Color is fucking it.
Living Color was the
Fucking
shit.
Homie the Clown, dude.
I never really liked Homie that much.
You know, remember
Homie
the one,
was
like, when they fall-
hilarious.
When he falls in
No,
love
he
and then
was
like
okay.
he tries to like get a job being a valet.
You know, he dreamed about it and then like,
yeah.
nah,
And then he
Homie don't
gets the
play
sock
that.
and it's like be over and over. And he makes like an omelet on his head. Ever again.
Nah, you know
What do we learn, children? Homie don't play that.
Don't play
What do we
that.
learn, children?
those are great, man.
Yeah.
You know what's underrated on that is when Jim Carrey was doing those skits in the background where the lady was on the news
Oh,
and he'd
yeah.
just be back there doing like whatever, juggling, and then stabbing somebody, and he shot somebody, and here they come the cops, and he's running by. Like, those are hilarious.
Yeah, he didn't have to say shit, but that was a good skit.
You know, you do that dance, he always does a little jig.
Jim Carrey.
Good show, man.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like Saturday Night Live, I'm glad that that's still like such a American cultural staple. But I wish we had sustained like In Living Color or Mad TV.
Mad
even,
TV,
dude.
yeah.
I miss
I like Mad TV, was
I
cool.
like the old school
Mad
Mad
TV was
TV.
hilarious.
What's his name? The guy from that Brendan show?
Which Brendan
The
show?
white guy, the bald guy.
Oh, Brian Callen.
That guy's fucking hilarious.
Brian
Oh,
Callen.
And he like dropped off, and apparently.
Oh, he
been doing
was
it.
on. No, dude, Brian Callen, he's taking big.
No, he's doing a lot of shit.
Well, he's
now.
doing
he's
now,
up
but like
higher
for a
than-
long time, you like,
Yeah,
what the hell happened to him?
He was doing
Yeah.
stand
It
up.
was,
But he was on Mad TV. That shit was
He was-
hilarious.
No,
He's sort of
apparently he was
Speedo.
trying to be like an actor.
And then he was like dancing, doing the cabana thing.
The Speedo bit? Yeah.
Well, I remember.
What's funny though,
Shit
when
was
that
so
when he
dumb.
started that show, he was really young, and you can still tell that he was going bald.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on,
Hey, man, I
Callen.
wish I get to look that good when I'm that old, dude. Because that shit was a while back, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Orlando Jones, man, he was on that shit. Remember that shit?
Oh, Orlando Jones, yeah.
He was the only one that really made it big, dude, out of Mad TV, dude. Everybody else is big.
Wow.
Bobby
Dude.
Dean's still out there crushing.
Yeah,
it.
Bobby.
But I mean, like feature
I don't think
film
he's.
kind of shit.
Well, he's doing his live thing, but
His
Yeah.
stand-up
he's not
was
on
great.
anything.
You know,
But like,
like,
well, I mean,
it's
a
like
lot
they-
of
it's like their
I think a lot of them like
blacklisted,
become
right?
writers too, though.
I think it's like.
Dude, it's tripped out to see that one dude doing American Ninja Warrior. Wasn't he on Mad TV?
Which one did?
The white dude. They have the white and black
Is he like
commentator.
the speaker?
Yeah, he's one of the commentators.
I haven't seen that. But
I haven't seen that. Either.
American Ninja
like,
Yeah,
okay,
I know what it is. I just haven't watched it.
the only reason why I got to watch a lot of these shows was because when we moved to Iowa, there was no Mexican TV. So my mom and her boyfriend, in order for them to watch their novelas and shit, they had to get cable. So we got lucky as kids
Yeah.
to have cable because they
Only
had to
because
We
they
order
had
it.
that old school TV, the knob
click,
thing,
click, click.
and it would fucking put on South Park. Like, what the fuck? We were like in 3rd grade watching South Park. That's what got me into
Oh
drawing.
man, yeah.
South Park was
It
cool.
was but that's the only reason why we got cable when we were younger. Because our
what?
parents had to watch their Spanish channels, and the only way we could get Spanish channels was through the cable.
Yeah.
So,
All
What
that.
part of Iowa, like, just
Damport, Damport, Iowa is like right on off the Mississippi,
Away from the fields.
and
Iowa.
yeah, a little bit. And it's like
Mississippi
it's
is like.
The Mississippi River.
yeah,
No, the
Mississippi
river.
It doesn't go to
Yeah,
Iowa.
it does.
Iowa?
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Oh,
in,
Iowa. I keep thinking Idaho.
it's in between.
Yeah.
It's in
Everybody
between.
thinks Idaho and
I don't know
Iowa.
why.
Yeah.
It's
funny.
between. It's between. Yeah, it's between Iowa and
Yeah,
Illinois.
Slipknot.
Illinois. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Slipknot when they were still barely coming up.
Yeah.
How in this little venue called the Call Ballroom, it was just an open, like it had you know the floor,
Yeah.
and then it had the stage, but it wasn't that big, and they were rocking the shit out of that place.
Where they were wearing masks back then.
Yeah, of course they always did.
That's cool.
Who
But
was it?
You know what?
Slipknot.
You know
What I
what's
don't
Oh,
like.
back in the day.
Yeah, they had just put out their first album, I think.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
album
cool.
too. That's
That's what
nuts.
they were playing.
You're out there with them shit kickers,
And what's-
head banging.
Well, it's fucked up. Yeah, man. I mean, I listened to a lot of rock, and I went to rock concerts when I was younger.
No, that's dope, dude.
Well, it's funny though, like, 311 had been at this one venue, like the biggest one there, and I went to go see them. And then, like, 2 years later, they were at the Call Ballroom, like, so they pretty much went down. It's like, oh my
Oh,
god,
wow.
311. Because they, like, made 2 albums, and then they didn't put nothing else out, really, for, like, another
I
7
like a couple other
years.
songs. They're pretty badass.
They're still around.
Yeah, they're still around. I hear they do a lot of cruises.
Yeah.
That's cool. Fuck it. Whatever gets
They
you
have a
paid.
311 cruise or something like that.
311 cruise.
Play something good.
Man.
No, but like I would always be scared to go to a Slipknot concert, and I regret not doing it or whatever. But it's because I read too many articles. They would like literally put shit in a jar and like keep it around for days, and then throw it in the crowd. And,
Yeah.
you know, they throw up on stage and throw it into the crowd.
I went to 2 of their concerts.
No,
and that
none of
never
that?
happened. No.
No, maybe it's all bullshit then.
Probably was.
It wasn't Guar.
Guar! I regret. I wish I could have seen Guar.
Yeah, Gore is actually not.
Nah, dude. Yeah, you would have went to Guar?
No, I wouldn't have went to Gore. But I'm just saying, like, the music's not bad.
What the hell? I of Guar, dude.
You never heard of
They're another, like, wearing high heels.
They never got,
They're like Kiss and a Slipknot put together.
Yeah.
But
But I heard,
Beats
I
like
heard their
Road
shows were
Warriors.
the best though. Like their shows were very theatrical and very cool to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But they never like really like got popular like in the mainstream. But I don't think they cared. They didn't want to do
Yeah,
that.
who cares?
No, yeah, they're not gonna. The mainstream isn't for them.
Yeah.
They had like puppets and all these animatronic type of things. They were the shit. Horror was crazy.
What would you consider the music be like?
Really, really hardcore metal. It's not
Thrasher.
Yeah, kind of thrasher. Like if you know, I don't know, like just really heavy. Not really alternative rock, but
No, not even.
crazy rock. No, their music was crazy. I don't know how they played the instruments with all that shit on them. Just like they had like all these suits and huge ass spikes everywhere. It's like if the Road Warriors, you know, tripped on acid and went crazy on their suits.
The Road Warriors. Wrestling was the shit back in the day
It was
too.
other shit back in the day.
That's a good segue because I've been wanting to talk about that shit.
All right, let's talk about
But,
it.
like, you know how you said you got cable till later on?
Mm-hmm.
It sucked because we didn't have cable, so we didn't get to watch Raw. We
Oh,
only saw SmackDown.
we were
was
religiously
awesome.
watching
Like Raw.
wrestling.
Dude,
Back
that
in those
was
days?
the shit
Yes.
back
Great.
then.
Yes.
So I would miss all the shit from Monday. Couldn't wait till Thursday for the recaps.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, the
SmackDown.
Thursday SmackDown.
That's when DX was the shit. Dude, remember DX?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe they let a bunch of assholes, like 6'5" giants, dude, with giant bulges, dude, like thrust their pelvises at children.
Oh, that's what shocked you?
Yeah, like there's like a
Shocking.
bunch of like little 12-year-old girls, cause like I went to middle school and there was these little like middle school girls talking about how they went to SmackDown and like we saw DX and they were like suck it. You know, like, it's fucking children. It's supposed to be for children.
That was the beginning of the downfall of
Yeah,
kids.
They cared about
it's
the
like
kids.
that one like metal movie, the beginning,
I know,
like,
they
line
were
of Western
caring about
Civilization.
Someone
Or like
please
so,
think of the
you know, like
children.
Triple H because fuck my dick, you know, like, what the fuck, you know, rated PG-7 and
Yeah, and then like, what was the other competing wrestler, WCW? They had to come out with something.
NWO.
Yeah, they came out with NWO.
Which
to
was
try to-
cool too.
Hey, that video game was the shit, dude. That's
Oh,
how
I never played those.
NWO.
You're talking about like
Dude.
64, right?
Yeah,
I never played
dude.
64.
I was such a fan of Stone Cold,
Dude.
man. When he
Oh,
started
hell yeah.
talking shit to the
Yeah,
Owen,
to Vince.
the Hart,
Yeah.
and talking shit about him being from Canada. I remember, dude, I hated Canadians, fool. I was like, man, fuck Canada.
But see, I love Bret Hart.
Like, I didn't just
Yeah.
because Stone Cold didn't like Canadians,
But
because
I-
the
That
Hart.
shit was
But I love Bret
Would
Hart.
you wear a
Bret
Canadian
Hart-
flag with the the cross
Bret
up?
Hart
Nah,
had
dude,
some
I
of
was
the
just running
best
my dumb
matches,
mouth.
though.
Isn't that crazy how like he would flip out Vince and like Vince supposedly like I know it's fake,
Oh,
dude, but still.
the best one was where he hit him
Oh,
in the head with the pea pan.
Dude,
whatever
all
it's
the
called.
drama,
You just heard that shit.
He hit him with
You just see him like jiggle. Those are the best.
Yeah, dude.
I remember that Stone Cold, like McMahon was in the chair, like supposedly in the bed, healing or whatever. He
Yeah.
goes Stone Cold. Oh, what? And then he grabs the urinal pan and hits him in the head. McMahon would sell the shit out of those
Dude,
shows. He
dude,
got
dude.
all kinds of
Yeah.
involved.
Dude, he
Dude,
let
bro.
himself look
Yeah.
bad.
And
That's what sold it, bro.
Respect.
Like, all the
Absolutely,
drama.
yeah.
He didn't care. He was ready.
You'll get fired.
You're fired.
Hmm?
You know, all intent.
Dude, he should have trademarked
He-
that.
Yeah.
on his
He was
Yeah.
the
To
original
Trump.
guy to say that to
Yep.
people. Like,
For sure.
"Arr."
Yeah.
He would just throw it in there.
Extra ers and everything.
And those
dude,
fools would
the
never
rock.
be fired. They were there. Police would show up. Sir, you're what is it? Like trespassing? And then Stone
remember-
Cold to get like arrested.
I do remember
Yeah,
one
And
every
then
night.
Every night, like what? Like he made bail. Like
Yeah.
what kind of rap sheet this poor
He's
guy?
back again.
He's flipping off with the handcuffs on. Like,
Yeah, coming out the side.
I
You're
remember
right.
that.
You're
I
right.
totally forgot all about that. I totally forgot about
What was
that.
that one clip I saw it on Facebook? Like, he was having a party. I think it was his wedding or whatever. It's like, what should people bring? Like, bring vodka, beer, tequila, more vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer. And I was a kid, like, yeah. I 20 and started drinking, and my dad's like,
Austin
okay,
360.
You don't know shit about that. He goes,
I never knew what the Austin 360 meant.
Like John 360,
it's
like he's like God's
that
chosen.
most memorable
Yeah.
quote for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was
like
like
he's supposed to be the one or whatever, you know, like the shit, you know.
And he always had that damn knee brace on. It's like you
Yeah.
can never let it heal.
It was just part of
It
his
was
thing.
working.
Remember he got ran over?
No.
You remember he got ran over?
Remember
There was an
that either.
investigation, and it was Rafiki, the guy with the fat ass.
The doom.
The dude from Hawaii
oh
with the...
yeah,
Scotty
dude,
Too Hotty.
he had a big Scottish cheese ass.
Hey, dude, what was his finish? Hey, he wore a giant G-string.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Rikishi.
Rikishi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
dude.
like,
But before
his
him, it was
finishing-
Yokozuna.
Remember his finishing move?
Mhm.
He will get you in the corner and
Yeah.
like,
He's in
you'll
the
be
corner.
sitting down.
The atomic.
And he'll fucking
And
like
his ass
make you eat the
slam you.
groceries, bro. Like he'll rub his ass all over your
Dude,
face.
he should.
Yeah, the camera was right there all up in it. Like,
That's horrible.
That was the
fucking
original
face and
twerk,
straight
dog.
butt crack,
I
dude.
guess so.
Dude, remember when Vince used to make people kiss his ass?
No, what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
figure?
kiss my
Like
ass.
literally?
Literally,
Yeah.
I don't know, like kiss
I
my
do
ass.
not remember that.
He would pull down his pants.
Yeah.
He gets his ass cheek. And like he did it to Sable or like what's his face?
Oh.
To like
Dude,
that show got sick sometimes, dude.
Yeah, I did. It was
It got
weird.
fucking sick sometimes, dude.
dude, I can't.
You know who?
remember that.
Remember?
You know Brock Lesnar married Sable?
Yeah, dude,
That's
that's a
crazy.
trip, right?
She's like 20 years older than
Yeah,
him.
but she still looks
Right.
good.
I don't know about all that.
Speaking of Brock,
Hmm.
do you guys watch UFC at all?
Dude, I told you
Yeah.
I saw
saw Kane whoop his
Diaz
ass.
beat McGregor. I was there.
That was like 2 years ago, but I'm
They
talking.
still
Okay, but you were there.
He was there. Like,
Yeah,
sure?
dude.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
How was that? Was it awesome? It was the shit.
Dude,
that fight
it was
great.
it was crazy.
Wait, was it the first one or the second one?
The first one.
Oh, okay, that one was
Yeah.
great. He choked him out.
Man, I was really fucked up. I was really fucked
Oh
up.
my goodness.
Yeah. But nah, dude. Yeah, I did this crazy shit where I flew into LA and then I rented a car and drove and stayed in. Well, I scored some bud off of like
Yeah.
Venice Beach.
Yeah, give us the most important details.
Yeah, like
Scoring the
it,
bud.
it took a while, man. But like I heard that you could easily score a bud out there,
Alright.
and like and it was like I could have like filled out the to get like the
Medical
Oh, the
thing?
medical card,
Nah,
yeah. But like that was all just too much extra money. You know what I mean?
It's like $70.
So-
I had mine, dude.
Yeah, dude. I asked a couple people, and they were like, "Man, let me know if you find anything out," you know. And finally, a dude, he just had me on the spot, hooked me up, and then I just went into one of those stores on the boardwalk and got me a little bowl, and I stayed at Circus that night
Yeah.
because of Fear and Loathing.
You went,
Yeah.
you went
Fear and
from
Loathing.
Venice
Yeah.
to Vegas?
Huh?
You went from Venice to Vegas on the same day?
Yeah, I drove out there.
Shit, damn.
And then, cause I want to relive Fear and Loathing, folks.
Yeah.
So I dropped some acid.
And the true.
I dropped some acid, dude, and I went to, like, I was super paranoid about leaving my hotel room in Circus because I had a bitch finding that
Didn't that
room
happen
in the first place.
Didn't that happen in the movie too?
Circus.
Dude, and so yeah, dude, and so I finally decided to like, I dropped and I was like super tripping, dude, and they had 24-hour food delivery, so I ordered some Italian food, and I started watching like, I just kept looking out the window. It was a pretty dope like you could see the strip and everything.
Mhm.
And I was just tripping, dude. Like I was like trying to hype myself to go out. You know what I mean? Like to go out the door and
You
go
got this,
experience.
Vincent. You're the
Right?
man.
And I was like all
you were
scared
around that
that I
somewhere.
wouldn't be able to find my room. Right?
Uh-huh.
Coming back, and then I went out and I went to the bar, and I was looking for that carousel bar, the merry-go-round bar. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the one in the sky.
Like in the movie.
Yeah, like
The
in the
Stratus-
They used to have
where they
it.
get on and get off and
Yeah,
get back
and
on.
it's constantly spinning, dude.
Hilarious.
And I wanted to do that, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But it shut down like years ago, dude.
Oh, for real?
But it was so like, dude, it was rough, bro. Like, like this cocktail waitress started fighting with the customer, like yelling at him and shit, and like he was like totally foreign. And I was just like tripping out, like just kind of like taking it all in. And I see this old dude. He looked like an old Elvis impersonator, but like not like dressed like Elvis, just got that like 50s doo-wop hair, like and he's all passed out, dude. And his cigarette like was in the ashtray, but like it was like still like with all the trail of ash, and I'm just like fucking looking at all this shit, dude. And this big heavy set like Latina, she's got way too much makeup on. She looked like Mimi from Drew Carey. And dude, and I was like just like whoa, and I'm just like just like sitting there drinking Miller Lite and like just trying to keep it chill. And then I saw this dude, he was totally skitzed out, dude. He was like up there making change and he was just like jiggling and he was like shaking his shit and he's like looking around real hardcore, like just looking constantly and like waiting for the bartender and he like makes change, and I'm just like trying to keep it chill. And then I went out and I went to the old strip.
You sure that wasn't Michael J. Fox?
Nah, fool.
Telling somebody else's story.
Nah, he was definitely skitzed out, dude. And I went to the strip and I went to Binion's, and it ain't the Horseshoe anymore. It's just Binion's. Mm-hmm. And I was gonna play Hold'em, but they didn't open it till 9, and I'd been up all night, and so I started drinking White Russians.
Oh my god.
And I started thinking, I told the bartender, and I was tripped out because I was looking on the screen and I was like, man, fuck society if they don't think that me tripping on acid is okay. We're about to elect Trump, fool. Like he was winning in the primaries and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? That long ago. And dude, and also Nancy Reagan had died. And I was like, man, fuck Nancy Reagan, dude. She's the one that started the drug war and shit. Yeah. I was like, it was such a an significant like time and shit. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, I'm getting like that Fear and Loathing experience. And then I was like, oh shit. I was like, did you make that White Russian yet? And he's like, no. I was like instead of milk, use Bailey's.
Ooh.
And he was like, oh hell yeah.
You know,
and I was like, because I didn't want that old like Vegas milk. I don't know how long that milk is.
Yeah, Vegas milk. I hear they have a problem with the old Vegas milk.
Dude, I didn't want to know about it. But then
I didn't want to know about it.
But then, dude, I left because I was just I was tripping, fool. So I went to a liquor store and I got me like a fifth of Maker's Mark and Monster, and I chugged most of the Monster and then I filled the rest with Maker's. And I started sipping on that, and I was on the old strip, dude. The old strip in Vegas, like at daybreak, is like trippy as fuck, cause all the fucked up people are going home, and like all the tourists are coming out. You know what I mean? And I saw like this pimp like smacking around his hoe in the street, and like that was the last thing I remember because I was kind of following him, because I was like people watching, you know what I mean? And that was the last thing I remember, dude. And I woke up in my room, homie. I woke up in my room. I blackout went to my room and I like was putting the pieces together, right? Like I was looking for shit and I reached in my pocket and I had a cab driver's card with his cell phone number written on the back. And so like I called him and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, you were passed out in my car for like 4 minutes. I was about to call the cops on you." And I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Thanks." He was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "Do you have my hat?" And I gave him $20 to give me my hat back.
What? He charged you $20 for a hat?
Well, I mean, he's a cab driver, dude. He's driving around, and I was grateful because I had that hat since I was 8. It's a Bubba Gump shrimp hat.
Hey, I got one of those.
Yeah, you do have one.
I got one of those.
And it still fits.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's
an adjustable.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, I was surprised that I found my room. Like, in a blackout state.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. I couldn't find it sober.
And the whole time you were tripping, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's fucking awesome.
It was an adventure, man. I had signed myself up for that. But oh shit, they called me. How I woke up was they were calling me. They were calling me at the room service, and I answered it, and they were like, "Hey, check out with at noon. You need to get out. We're gonna start charging you." And I looked at the time, it was 6 p.m., fool.
What?
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
I'll be out here in a minute. And what was funny,
They gave you a good chance, dude.
yeah, they sure did. They didn't charge me nothing, dude. Nothing extra.
Damn.
But I remember asking the cleaning lady before I left. I put the do not disturb. I was like, y'all won't mess. Y'all, if this is on here, y'all won't be cleaning the room while I'm gone, right? She's like, not if you have that sign. She goes, we won't go in there unless you've been in there for like maybe a week. Then we gotta check on you and make sure you didn't OD. And I was like, damn. Like,
that way, for sure, you're dead and you're not gonna wake up.
They know that shit happens, boy. It's
Yeah.
Vegas.
They decided on that. 3 days? Nah.
Not enough days. Still got a chance.
Couple of days.
He hasn't started getting moldy yet. Let's give him about 7 days.
Moldy.
Wait till he's
It's gonna be all
stiff.
bloated.
You know,
Yeah,
that
I
rat
don't
when
know
you pick
if she
him up
said
and
a
it's
week. It was a
aboard.
long time, though. I was like, all right, cool.
But yeah, back to what I was gonna say
See,
though.
give me a second.
No way.
See, like things like that, I wish there was something that we had to where, you know, I could just like, okay, what happened on this day type of technology,
Mhm.
and it play back for me. Because I have, you know, quite a few of those experiences where it's like, man, what the fuck happened? And then like you start piecing it together the next day, but the pieces don't fit.
Ah, dude, I know what you mean. But, like, thinking back on it, there's a lot of, like, dead air times. Because,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it was 3 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I remember thinking about it now, dude. It was gorgeous being on that, like, parking garage tripping and smoking a cigarette. Just, like, to the open sky and shit.
Wouldn't it be cool to see that though again? Like,
yeah, the experience
like
that,
play it
yeah.
back with the exact memory of whatever.
Right.
They should do that shit. I mean, I know the
Like
technology.
a VR, virtual reality, to record your trip from, like, a GoPro, and then you can, like,
Well,
virtual reality to that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, what's acid like?
You never done it?
Nah, I only done shrooms.
Oh,
I've
dude,
never
it's a
I've never
lot
done
like
acid either. I'm scared of it.
Similar.
Dude, it's a lot more like a body,
Yeah.
real intense body feeling, and then you'll definitely see like tracers.
Alright.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, I know what tracers are.
Like patterns will. Dude, I remember one time, the first time I ever did it, I dropped at midnight, and we had a store meeting at Home Depot at 6 in the morning. And so, like, I was trying to keep it all low key because my pupils were like that big. And I ended up getting like employee, like cashier of the month. And so like,
You're so happy.
they made me go up to the front, dude. And I was just like keeping my hat real low and just like, oh, thank you. And I was just like, all right, whatever. But dude, I was playing that. Dude, I had an old school Nokia. You remember you could play Snake?
Hell yeah, Snake was
Well,
the shit.
dude, they had that skydiving game, fool.
Oh, I
where you had to
remember that
like
one, too.
steer through the
Yeah.
rings and shit,
Yeah.
dude. I was just over there like 2, 8, 2, 8, 4, 2, 8, 4, 6.
Hell yeah.
I was just like sucked into that shit, dude. But like, what was a super trip was like right like an hour, maybe shit, I don't even know, maybe 2 hours before we left to go to the meeting. I had taken the mirror off of the wall, and I was like acting like I was walking on the ceiling. You know what I mean?
I know exactly
Like you look in the
That
mirror,
is so weird.
and you like think you walk around the fan, and then you go to the corner and you
That is hilarious.
look at the rest of the inside of the room, but like you're upside down. Like you look at your friend and you're like, dude, it's like a camera.
When you were tripping, right?
That is
When you're
hilarious.
tripping, yeah.
That is hilarious.
I've had some crazy times too on acid, but my adventures weren't as funny as yours.
Ah man, dude, you
They were
gotta go to
fun.
the water
They
gardens.
weren't that
fool.
funny because I remember there was one time I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and I was tripping balls, and he told me to go hang out with this girl that he was talking to. So I was like, yeah, let's go, because he didn't want to leave me by myself because I'm tripping. So I'm walking and it's dark outside and everything looks kind of woo woo and everything's like kind of fuzzy. And he takes us to her house, and she's got. This is my first time seeing her with glasses. She had those kind of lens where it makes your eyes really big, like the bug eyes.
Right?
So when I first saw her, I was like, "What the hell?" Because her eyes were so huge.
You got sucked into
and she
them?
was just like, "What?" I was like, "Nothing. Nothing's wrong." She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I am tripping balls."
Phil thought he was in a funhouse mirror.
Okay, here's the great thing. Like, she invited us in, right? And she takes us into her. It's like a living room, but I guess her dad was like a hardcore fisherman, so he had all like this fish crap all over, and he had those stuffed fish. What is it called?
Taxidermy.
Taxidermy. Yeah. He had type of fish, but he had one with like a bunch of teeth on it and like spikes on the back, and it was just there, right? And I was kind of like trying to hold it together while I'm in the room, but every time I would look in the direction of, you know, because they were sitting in front of me, every time I would look at them, I'd see it, like it would move its head and look at me, and I'd be like,
like the Mona Lisa following you with its eyes and
kind of,
shit.
but it would move its head, and I remember I'd look at it and it'd go back to normal, and I'd be like, is that fish staring?
That would have been funny if you were like...
I can't tell these people though, because I'm the only one
Tackle
tripping,
Yeah.
and I was just like, what the hell? And I would look, but then I was like, I'm tripping ball, so I'm like, I hold it together because I know when I'm tripping, I'm like, this is kind of funny. I know it's not happening, but it's pretty funny, so I start giggling the whole time. But yeah, every time I would look
let your
away,
mind go
like,
there.
Yeah, I love just enjoying the ride, but no, acid's kind of crazy. And you do see a lot of tracers. Like, I had people fuck with me one time. I had a friend of mine, we were all partying, and he was tripping balls. But he was in the corner the whole time with this big-ass cheesy smile on him for like 5 hours, just like this. Hey, Sean, his name was Sean, we call him Swanee. He's like, hey, Swanee, you okay? He's just like, yeah. I was like, okay.
One time I went down to the water gardens, dude.
Here in Fort Worth?
Yeah, downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, an old manager of mine told me I should try that. So whenever we dropped to it, like, dude, we had a DD, of course, and so we went downtown. And we go to the water gardens. It's all touristy, and there's like kids and shit. And you like walking down those steps with all that water just. And you're like going around these kids, and you're just trying to stay balanced and get to the bottom, dude.
Dude, that's a good place to fuck yourself up if
you
you're
just like just seeing this water come from all angles, and it's just constant. And you're just like, you just feel it like
yeah, you kind of feel like it's like it's rising and like
dude,
you're shrinking
it's just
down
like such a
it.
rush, dude. It's just like you just feel it. It's just like got all of you just like you just feel the energy of this fucking water just pouring. It's like it feels like you're in a surf like whirlwind or something, you know. But man, dude, I was just crying, dude. Like just crying, smiling so big, dude. I was just like, this is amazing. This is like tears.
That's awesome.
And this like family are taking pictures, dude, and it's like.
You're telling me there's probably some pictures out there, some family photos, and you're just in the background like,
you're just being amazed.
Yeah, dude.
That is awesome, man.
Oh, Vincent.
I've only done that shit like twice, dude. The second time I did it was a bad trip, man. I did 6 grams at once.
Oh, shit, dude. But did you smoke herb afterwards?
I was drinking during and then smoking weed during.
Yeah, dude, if you smoke, you'll get all paranoid and that shit will...
Yeah. Nah, it was good. Like, when I started smoking afterwards, it chilled me out.
Yeah.
That's when it got bad. Because, like, I want to go see the Avengers. And then, like, you know, I was tripping out. I bought a loose meat sandwich and I snuck it into the theater. And I didn't want to eat it because I felt...
A loose meat sandwich?
This guy's sneaking his Subway into the theater, man.
Like, you know, I snuck it in. I'm not even sneaking in the net. They know that I bring food all the time. It's the Valley View Theater. They don't give a fuck. It's ghetto as hell. But, like, downstairs they sell, like, loose meat shit, like barbecue. And I got one, dude, and I took it upstairs and I sat down and like I was about to eat it, dude, and like the sandwich started crying. It started like, no me comas. And it sounded just like that in Spanish, like, no me comas. So like, oh, I felt bad. I felt terrible, dude. I swear to God. So like, I just like sat with the loose meat sandwich next to me, watching the movie like if it was my friend. I started going.
Would you like some popcorn?
And I seen the movie before, dude, and it gets to the part where like
Pure
English, dude, a giant midget, and you know, like fuck, whoever fucking wrote that movie's an asshole, dude. That's offensive. Like, what if we put a giant midget? How would that's genius, dude. A giant midget, bro.
Oh, so you're talking about
Infinity War.
Infinity War,
yeah.
Oh, so this is recent.
Yeah, that was like fucking like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And so like it's the part where Thor's like Or like Peter Dinklage, like, you're about to take on the full force of a star. It will kill you.
And if I die,
no, like only if I die. Yes, that's what killing you means. It's all intense, dude. And like before that happened, like, oh, here it comes, and like
You're still talking to the sandwich,
dude. I'm talking to the sandwich, like the sesame seed buns are wiggling, bro, crawling all over the sandwich, and like I kind of like see eyes looking up at me, like, what are you talking about, like?
The
It's coming. They're like, and then he says, like, that's what killing you means. I'm like, ah. And then it's all like, kind of feel like they're gonna like call security. Like, I was kind of like, I was looking like by the time that part hit,
sandwich.
hey, by that time
not supposed to be in
it
first
was in
place.
3D too, and I was like, fuck. You know, like it's just like I was catching Thor's axe, like motherfucking. But then like went outside. And I was like, alright, I'm fucking faded, I shouldn't drive. And I told my truck, don't move, bitch, or I'll kill you. And then I started walking around, dude, and then like, started walking last, like trying to walk it off, dude. I walked for like 3 hours, digging, it wouldn't wear off. And I was like, shit, dude. And like, got to a point where like I thought I was possessed by the devil. And then I went to like a taco restaurant, and then I went into the bathroom, like threw up.
Wait. Where was the sandwich at this whole time?
Oh, I threw it away.
Oh, what?
After all that,
buddy?
I couldn't eat it.
But you threw them away. You might as well have eaten them.
No, like, it was sad. I was like, if I don't, like, somebody will find a better place.
Somebody will find them.
I was like arguing with it, like, I can't. If you stay with me, you're gonna die. I'm gonna eat you. You know, like it was weird, dude. Like, you know, like whatever. But then, dude, it was trippy, bro. And I sort of I was like yelling, bro, in the parking lot, like, fuck this and that. Like, this was a trip, bro. And it's kind of hard to explain, bro. I was thinking about, like, you guys ever think about God, dude, when you're high? You know,
yes.
like, you know? So, like, I was thinking that God's an asshole for giving us all this shit and then making it seem like we have to beg for, like, forgiveness. It's weird, dude, because, I got one, like, dude, I want to, like, thinking about some shit, like, I appreciate, like, what God does, because I like reading shit, bro, and, like, I trip out on, like, how, like, there's parallels, you know, like how they say, like, science and religion are separate, but there's so many parallels, bro. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing about Cain and Abel, right? Like, you know, the first thing to commit murder, first person. But you think about it, if all life came from one cell, then, like, there was a cell later on that decided to kill, you know, to hunt instead of, like, eat whatever the hell they were eating before there was other life to eat. So, you know, like, there was a first murder kind of, like, it's not just tripping out, dude. I don't know, like.
The hell were you thinking, man?
Oh, it's nice. I just trip out. I think about a lot of things at once, dude. Like, I like watching nature shows, dude. And like sea turtles, dude. They lay their eggs, and then they say like only 1 in 100 would make it.
Yeah.
So like all these adult sea turtles, dude, represent like
the one,
say like there's
100.
There's like 100,000 ones that didn't make it, just so they can like, you know. So it's like that's kind of like sick, isn't it? Like there has to be so much life that we have to like eat life to like we have to just keep constantly killing. Like your clothes are made of dead things. Yeah. Everything you wear has been alive at some point. Even the nylon, it's made from petroleum. You know, and it's been dyed with like you know plate tectonics and it makes oil and cotton, dude. You know, cellulose. You know, there's a lot of shit I trip out on, dude. But like, you know, but then like I saw the ambulance rolling by and I was like, oh fuck, I've been too loud. You know, it's bad. You know, it's bad, dude. When, like, you see the cop and the ambulance coming by, and like I could tell. Like,
kind of just shot you back into reality.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, and then I was like, fuck, I gotta, cause I was fucking like, fuck.
When you get all belligerent,
and I was getting like, you motherfucker, and this and that.
Fucking.
Dude, I remember I got belligerent in Orlando. I was at that UFC too. It was Werdum versus what was his name? That dude that married Ronda Rousey.
Matt Brown.
Travis Brown.
Travis Brown. Yeah. Werdum won that fight, didn't he?
Werdum did.
Yeah.
But anyways, I had got separated from my friends, dude, and I was all drunk, and I had went to an improv show, and I left there because I didn't think it was funny. So I left, and I tried to get my money back, and they were like, "You're drunk, you need to leave." And I was leaving anyways. And I went and I found Oh yeah, there were some like street like preachers, like they were all preaching and like saying like everybody had to find God and whatever, right? And so I went over there and I started like debating them a little bit.
Yeah, that's the smartest thing to do right there.
And I was just dropping some internet knowledge, you know what I mean? Like not some real research shit, but like some shit that like I thought I knew, you know what I mean? And like she actually kind of like started second guessing herself. I was like, see, you know,
oh no.
Yeah. And so I might have converted a
My
couple.
whole life
from,
is a lie.
After that, she probably started smoking meth and totally turning. You fucked her whole life up, man.
Like, I got friends, dude, that are like real like hardcore Christian because like they've been through stuff and that's their way of getting their stuff. I respect that. You know, like so I sound like when I'm at a gas station and Jehovah's Witness comes out, like I don't be like, no, thanks, I'll take the pamphlet. You know, I appreciate the effort. You know that like they do it for their reasons, and I respect that. You know, but like when I have someone in my family trying to be like, why don't you go to church? Because like Jesus hates Mexicans, dude. He doesn't even speak Spanish.
But his name's Jesus, homie. How can he say?
You know, call him Chewy and shit.
Chewy and shit.
You know, it's funny though. Like Hispanics or Mexicans will name their kids Jesus. But like
without any reservation.
Are we the only ones that do that?
Yeah.
Mexicans the only ones that
do
that?
No, dude. The Muslims do it all the time. They name all their kids Muhammad.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like,
dude,
he's never once heard of Muhammad in his life.
But is that their God's name?
No, Shiva. She was named after.
Oh yeah, she was named after
one of
the Hindu gods.
Yeah.
I had an early
Shiva.
joke. Do you remember whenever Charlie Hebdo happened?
No, what's that?
Oh yeah,
when the terrorists went in and shot up the satire publication in France.
Because they talking about Muhammad.
I think so.
Because they depicted Muhammad. Yeah. And I did a joke saying like, why are they so pissed off about like them depicting Muhammad?
Oh, like because they made an actual picture of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a problem with that. You can't.
Apparently, you can't do that, but yet they can name all their kids after him.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess that's so that they don't know what he looks like. So hey, could have looked like you. Oh wow, it could have been me, Muhammad.
Dude, we'll worship anything. We'll worship like La Santísima Muerte and fucking a narco saint. Like, get my drugs over the border, Jesucito my baby. Made a saint for that, dude. Come on, get the fuck out of here. That's why the Catholic Church is like, no.
You have seen quite a bit of fights in live, right?
I've seen a few, dude.
You know, I was gonna go to the one here in September.
I've seen a couple at the gym.
Did they still do it, right?
I don't know, dude. It's been a while, bro. I had a buddy that he fights for the UFC, Chaz Kelly.
I haven't heard that guy yet.
Yeah, he has a record for the quickest submission in the 145 division. And
you sure it's not Dominic Cruz? No, I'm just joking.
No, that's featherweight. Or wait, that's bantamweight.
Bantamweight.
Yeah, he's in the featherweight, and he also has a record for the quickest back-to-back win. He choked out a kid, and then he competed 2 weeks later, and he like
I thought you were gonna say he choked out a kid, then he jumped in the ring. Back to back.
Joe Rogan got it.
Yeah,
Dana White got
that's pretty good, dude. But he actually lost his last fight. I can't remember who beat him.
Are you gonna go to the one in September here?
Nah, dude, I haven't been considering going in a while.
No, why? Not
Nah,
interested that much anymore?
I've been eating back-to-back ramen noodles, bro.
Oh, yeah, right? Oh, I forgot about that. I thought that was your college days. I didn't know that was recently.
Nah, man. I mean, that's just a figure of speech. But I mean, like, I used to go out and do more back then, and now I haven't been able to as much.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm probably going to end up going to it. I have a real good friend of mine, Isaac. He usually gets, he'll buy the tickets for us, and then I'll pay him back. But that way we can sit together and whatnot. That way we watch the fights. It's fun. We watched what's his name? The heavyweight champ, the one that kept getting injured.
Cain?
Yeah,
Velasquez.
we watched Cain Velasquez and what's his name? Dos Santos.
Oh, Junior Dos Santos? First one, second one?
Second one.
Oh, wow.
Second one or third one? I forgot that they fought
The first one was
Who
kinda
won?
fucked
Cain?
up, dude.
They were all
no.
fucking good.
Yeah, I was kind of like let down by
Kane
the last guy
Kane
ass kicked that quick.
Yeah. Well, he was sick or whatever, wasn't he? The first one.
That was his first fight back after an injury.
Yeah.
Wasn't he still injured?
That was the one after Brock, right? The one right
think
after
so.
Brock.
Yeah. Brock's gonna fight DC now.
Man, when he fucked up Brock, I couldn't help but fucking love that shit.
Oh,
man,
man.
he can't take a hit to the face.
He can't stand up
Man,
at all.
with that liver kick too.
Oh,
yeah.
That shit was beautiful.
By what's his name? Uberim? Or was it
No,
the same
Kane
fight?
got Brock with he
Yeah.
kicked him in the liver. That's what dropped him.
Oh, really?
Brock?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Watch
that's when
that fight.
he covered up
It was
and
fucking good.
He fucked his face up, nasty dude.
Overeem did
lasted
that
like,
to him
what, 2
too.
minutes?
Oh yeah, over and fucked him
I
up.
think.
The
Kneed him right in the-
He
I
kneed
don't
him,
remember
yeah.
how long it was.
2 minutes first round. Dude. I think
Brock?
he did go after the first round. 2 rounds, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yes.
But I do know that he's coming back. Like Brock, he's gonna come back. But if he can get through USADA, if USADA was like, just turn your shoulder, USADA, leave him alone, leave Brock
He did
alone.
it last time, dude. They'll let him slide again.
Well, no, he
They
got
got
caught. He got popped last time.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
they
they,
put him on
after the
probation.
fact, after they
They
sold
get,
the tickets,
don't
and
get
they,
Yeah. 6 months.
They turned him
Yeah,
back
Hunt
after
got
that.
his
They
face
worked
beat
something
in.
out.
Huh?
What did he do?
He's on drugs while he fought Mark Hunt.
Oh, shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen Vitor lately?
Vitor retired.
No, but have you seen him? Like,
No.
he is back on the
He's
juice.
buff.
Oh, yeah. He's back to old
Why are you
Vitor.
so happy? about it?
Because he's a free agent now.
Uh-huh.
He might go sign on with Bellator where they're not
Might
gonna
as
test
well.
him.
Might
And
as well.
he is gonna beat the
dude,
shit
he
out
was
of
my
people over there.
favorite growing up. I remember watching Pride
Yeah.
early
Dude, he did
on.
horrible in Pride though.
Yeah, he didn't,
Huh?
wasn't that.
He got his ass kicked in Pride.
Dude, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I love Pride.
Overeem choked him out or submitted him with a choke. Who else beat him? Who else did he fight? I think
Dude,
he
I
beat.
don't remember that.
Remember when he fought Overeem at 205?
Mhm.
Yeah, he got.
Dude, I just
think
remember
Jackson beat him.
whenever he fought Anderson though.
Anderson
When-
Silva?
Oh, well,
Yeah, dude. Well, check it
That
out.
was
So
in
I
UFC
had,
though.
I was trying to order it through Charter.
Don't tell me you're on acid again.
No. Sober at home with my ex-wife.
You can't
And-
figure out the
so-
remote.
So, dude, I had ordered it, but for some reason it wouldn't come through on the cable, so I had to order it on the stream it from the online,
Mhm.
and I paid the pay-per-view to stream it. But it was so long ago, dude. The streaming sucked, dude. So it was glitchy,
Yeah.
and it was cutting out, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? And so I literally, by the time I got it up, the fight had started, and it was the main event, and it was glitching, and I just was just so pissed off, waiting for the fight to go through, and I'm hyping because I want Vitor to win, and I refreshed it or whatever, and
Refresh.
it finally fucking came through, and the fight goes for a little bit, and all of a sudden it glitched, and I'm damn, what happened? And then it came through, and all I see was that kick. Boop.
What a fucking kick,
Dude,
dude.
It was an
and
amazing
Vitor's head goes
kick.
back. I'm what happened?
Yeah,
It's I paid all this money, dude. I barely saw anything, but that's the only thing I saw. And that's all I had to see. That's all anybody had to see. That's all anybody will ever remember from that fight.
That guy was
Cheetah laid him out too
amazing.
the same way though.
Yeah, dude.
Who was
not
that?
too long
Cheetah.
ago. Machida? Oh, I
Machida
heard.
did the
He did
same
the
thing
same
to him
front kick.
again, dude.
Yeah, I didn't see that though.
Oh, I saw it. It was nasty.
Yeah, man, Anderson Silva had a fucking streak there for a while. Dude.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Dude.
His highlights were awesome.
I remember I was real into that last fight he fought, the second to last fight when he fought when he lost his first loss, or not his first loss, but when he lost the belt to Weidman.
Chris Weidman.
Weidman?
Yeah.
And I remember watching him, and I was seeing the way he was taunting him, the way he
just
always
He
does.
just wanted to get knocked out. He really did. You could tell.
No,
He
dude,
just didn't want to do it.
No, it was because he was undefeated,
Yeah.
and he had such a
Reflexes, you think?
a presence of demand in his fighting.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
respected him, even
Yeah.
though they didn't want to admit that they're intimidated, because he was the greatest.
Yeah.
And so he would go in there and fuck with people, and
Get away with it.
he would get away with
Yeah.
it, and he would he would say, hit me here, taunting them, and they'd be dumb enough to try to hit. And, of course, he'd duck it and slip it and, like, hit him. And he was setting the pace. And, like, I just saw the way he would constantly do that, and Weidman was falling for none of that shit. I was like, oh, dude, that shit ain't working now.
Yeah.
And then, sure enough, dude, he's just trying to make something happen, and Weidman just comes in and boop.
I think he could have beat Weidman for sure. He was just too much on his antics and whatever. And then that second one,
the second one was a fluke too.
Wow,
man.
the second one was like it just wasn't supposed to happen.
That's
fucking
crazy,
nuts.
dude. His leg is snapped like
You
that.
see it fucking fly up.
I still remember when
I'm surprised it didn't come off and go into the stands.
I know, no, seriously.
when
Like an ankle just.
No, what I remember when he was in Pride and he was fighting Rio Chonan, beating the shit out of Rio Chonan.
He was working him.
Second round comes in, they start coming close, and Rio Chonan just dives for the leg.
Yeah.
He just does it's like what's it called, like a flying heel hook. He like just wraps his legs, his body around Anderson Silva's legs, or his leg, and then starts with a heel hook. He starts cranking it. On the way down, you can see Anderson Silva. He's already tapping.
Damn.
He got him quick. Real Chonan. And Real Chonan sucks.
Like, come on, give it some time. Isn't that titanium cool? Like,
but after that, I did watch him fight Carlos Newton, and he did like a flying knee right when Carlos Newton was diving in.
Oh, dude,
he was diving in for a takedown, and Anderson Silva jumped up, caught him with a knee, and you just see Carlos Newton get hit, and he just kind of like sits there. And then Anderson Silva turns around and puts his arms out and starts beating him on the way down.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Pride had some amazing
Pride did have some. I have a shit ton of Pride. Like all their DVDs. I'm only missing like maybe 4.
Oh, damn, dude.
Well, it's on UFC Fight Pass too, if you don't.
I mean, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's better to have the whole collection. I don't care.
Yeah, it's fucking
dude,
great.
There's one of the Gracies, man. He ended up like dying in a.
Oh, the one that died in the prison.
In the prison, yeah. He was a cousin.
It was oh shit, this is a long time
Ricky.
ago. He was actually the coolest one out of the Gracies.
He was a
too.
dude. I remember he knocked this dude out. He had him in the corner. He was just teeing off on him, and the dude was out, and he was just
on the way
hit
down
him like 5 times on the way down, dude. And then the ref came in to stop it, and that dude he just comes through and he's like. And he like wraps up on the ref. He's like all scared and shit. He's just like, ah.
He was like wasn't he considered the angry one or something?
He was considered like the
bad boy,
the off the wall one.
He was fucking
like
pretty
jiu-jitsu.
good.
What do you mean? I don't know nothing about jiu-jitsu.
I want to swing.
He just went in there and started beating
He was
the only one though.
He was the coolest one out of all of them.
Throw hands.
Yeah, dude. Like a motherfucker.
Out of those Gracies.
Dude, and then Sakurabu came through and started eating them all up, dude.
Sakuraba was the shit for the longest. Those chops he would do, everything. Those cartwheels he would get over people.
Whenever he broke, what's his name?
Arm. Hodger Gracie. I think it's Hodger.
Is that? Might be, dude. I can't remember.
He beat. He broke Henzo's arm too. No, it's Henzo. Henzo's arm who he broke.
Henzo who?
Henzo Gracie.
Oh.
I can't remember their name.
You remember when
Man, dude, his face was just so blank and he was just like and he's just cranking it back and it's already broke and he's just like kind of like looking, analyzing, and the ref's like, wait a minute, that's not the way that's supposed to go.
The ref's like, stop.
Yeah, Pride had some brutal things going on. Cause there was one where Vanderlei picked up Sakuraba and dropped him on his shoulder, and his shoulder dislocated.
Oh shit!
It's kind of just hanging there.
Yeah.
After the round.
They're like, I do want to fight, but look, it's just hanging.
Dude,
Yeah.
Vanderlei fucking soccer kicking Henderson in the head. Oh, he just.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what the fuck?
Vanderlei had
Dude,
some
Dan
of the
Henderson's
best.
my hero.
Oh,
That guy's
dude,
the best.
right?
Vanderlei had some of the best stops, man. Soccer kicks too.
Oh, Jesus.
When he kneed the shit out of Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Oh, that
and
was
he fell
the
through
best.
the ring. Like his head was out of the ring. You just see the puddle of blood just shoot out of his nose.
Damn. Dude.
Instant puddle.
Instant puddle.
Yeah, that shit was fucking horrible.
The one thing I do miss, I miss Pride, of course, but I like the rules. Their rules were the shit.
Yeah, soccer kicking needs to come back.
And I just like the way they
Dude,
judge
I
the
was
fight
huge
too.
into what was it? WC, the one that got acquired where Aldo was the champ.
WEC?
Oh,
WEC, yeah, dude.
Yeah, Wack was
Dude,
the
that
shit.
was dope. They had Aldo, they had Pettis, they had
what's that
California
Uriah Faber.
they had Uriah. Dude, that was when they were on
Matt-
their prime, dude.
What was that Brown guy's name? Chris Brown, or what was it?
Mike Brown?
Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like brought that whole featherweight division in.
Rick, you haven't said nothing much. You don't watch
I don't
fights
really
so
that.
much?
I never really got like I started when I was a kid. My dad would rent the UFC, the first ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when like what's his
Were
name?
they allowed nut
Like they had
punching?
2 rules. Not like didn't they like you couldn't do no nut shots and you can't gouge your eyes.
Yeah,
That's
that was it.
That was it. 2 rules.
Nah, dude,
Nah,
I
dude,
remember
they-
seeing him
they-
hitting
did
somebody in
nut
the
shots?
nuts.
Well,
Nut
well, the
shots.
very first one there was no rules, and then after that
No,
they started bringing.
No, there
rules.
was first rule. It was like no eye gouging, and I
Yeah.
think no fish hooking.
No fish hooking.
Oh shit.
But other than that, because I remember there was a fight. There was a fight where what's that big black dude's name? Gary
Oh,
Goodrich.
one boxer?
Gary Goodrich went into a fight, right? And he took the guy down, and he went.
Straight for the nuts.
No, there was one where he reached into the guy's shorts and
Oh.
grabbed his balls and
Damn.
squeezed them.
Oh damn,
Oh
dude.
shit. Yeah.
And there was one where he just like he held this guy down and just started pummeling the nuts. Bam, bam, bam.
I mean, it shouldn't have to be a rule. You don't do that shit. That's some hoe-ass shit. That's retarded.
Can you imagine, like, he could not have kids now?
Yeah, man.
Damn that Gary Goodrich.
Well, should not have kids. I mean, peeing blood for the rest of his
Yeah.
life.
But then, like, the only other thing I remember was that GSP era. Remember?
Yeah.
GSP was a shit.
He's still the shit fool.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still the shit.
He came back and beat up Michael Bisping.
God
but
damn it,
but
he
who
looked
didn't see that
huge.
coming, really,
He
though?
looked huge in that fight.
I love the way he talks. It's fucking funny. His accent.
Oh, yeah, like Jean-Claude Van
That
Damme.
Yeah.
Frenchy type of accent.
Speaking of fighting and Jean-Claude, Bloodsport, man, that's the shit.
Haven't seen that one.
That's what got me into the whole fighting thing. We grew up watching Bloodsport,
Oh, yeah, we
Quest,
watched-
and all those badass movies.
Best of the best.
Best of the best.
A few of those kickboxing movies, but they weren't
Yeah,
that good.
Kickboxer, man, those was shit.
Dude, Bruce Lee. Whoa.
I've had a
Oh,
discussion with this guy
Bruce Lee.
from work who tells me about Bruce Lee, and I'm like, Bruce Lee was great, right, for the time, but if he was to like fight like the person in his weight class in like a title fight or like a UFC fighter, I think
Yeah.
Bruce Lee would get his ass kicked.
It's because it's
Definitely.
different
Nah,
rules.
It's
dude.
training.
It's different rules. man.
Honestly, he
Yeah.
would have done really well still.
I think he would have
Quick
done well,
was.
but I don't know.
I
how
think he
quick
would have
was.
adapted eventually.
Oh,
but-
for sure.
But
But-
if
but
it
if
was,
it- but-
look, if we're doing this back then in the what was it, 70s?
Yeah.
50s, 60s.
No,
No, dude, when
it's
Enter
like-
the Dragon was like,
Yeah,
it's not past the 80s.
Yeah.
Enter the Dragon was
It was in like
70s?
70s,
Yeah.
70s.
So if we did like Bruce Lee fighting somebody in the 70s, Bruce Lee would definitely fuck
Oh
somebody
yeah,
up.
they're fighting.
But if
they
we're
didn't
doing
have
it
to
now-
fight
They were
back
grappling
then.
back then.
Yeah. Well, he kind of did the grappling when he bit that guy's leg. You know?
No, they did
Okay.
grappling, but it was like very very base type of grappling.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not like the.
It
jiu-jitsu
wasn't
you
a
have now.
focused philosophy to go to the ground.
Yeah.
Like if he fought, wait, he had like one. Just say
Everything was a
145.
neutralizer.
Imagine Bruce Lee.
neutralize.
Bruce Lee fought Conor right now.
Oh no, come on. But I mean, you'd have to give him a couple years to adapt.
Nah,
if you
there-
did 70s and brought him in a time machine and said, "All right, you need to
But
fight
there's no
Conor,"
years to adapt. The point is whether or not he could fight a
Right off the
title
bat,
or
no.
Right off the bat,
no, no way.
No,
I don't
the-
think
the
so.
fighting was different, way different. Yeah, he's got speed, but I mean, like Ali had speed, but if you put him against boxers nowadays, he can get his ass kicked.
Shit, if you put him against Mike Tyson, he'd get his
Oh
ass
my
kicked.
God.
You can't rope a dope Mike, dude. You try to do that with Mike.
Dope Mike.
Like, Mike in his prime, dude. You try to rope a dope, he'll break your arms, dude.
Dude, Mike was killing people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
those
he
tiny
was
T-Rex arms
Smashing
swinging.
through all of
Hoorah.
that. You ain't
He was just
blocking
fast,
nothing.
man. Ooh, people deny that fast twitch muscle. Nah, that's true. That shit's real.
And it's funny because he went from that to nothing, losing everything, and then now he's like a
Dude, it
comedian.
would have been good to see
That's
like
pretty
Rocky
good.
Marciano versus
Oh.
Mike.
Hell
Because
yeah.
they were both like, you
Uh-huh.
know, short, stocky power punchers.
Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano.
How
That's they won. Now you're right though. Rocky Marciano was the shit
you
too.
doing, Annie? How's the feed going? They doing all right?
Yeah. chilling.
Cool. How they liking the podcast?
Zodiac likes it a lot because he likes to talk about stuff
Oh,
like that.
Zodiac, shout out. Appreciate the free stuff.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was supposed to say.
The heat sink.
Yeah, you're the shit, mister.
Sure.
Mrs.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
All right.
Are we? Are you guys watching are you guys into movies like the next Godzilla movie that's coming out? No, not really. No.
I'm more into like.
But I saw the preview and I was like, the shit.
What movie am I looking forward to watching? Man, there hasn't been a movie that I've been like actually looking forward. I saw Mission Impossible. That one was pretty alright.
I'm not a big fan of the Mission.
I was
Impossible.
supposed to go watch it,
It was good.
but I'll wait till Tuesday when it's $5. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
$5 Tuesdays around here.
Oh,
right.
shit, really?
Yeah.
I went to the one value.
There's that one
$6,
movie
dude.
pass.
Oh, really?
You pay like $10 a month. You can go see as many movies as you want.
Really?
Oh,
Hey.
Movie Pass.
There's not
I
that many
heard about
movies that I want to watch though.
Yeah, but it ain't for real, right?
Hey, but you were talking about White Russians earlier, right?
right.
They're gonna show Big Lebowski doing some theaters out here.
I've never seen that
it's
movie,
probably
man.
gonna
You
be
never
in,
seen the Big
I'm fucking,
Lebowski,
yeah, I'm
dude?
fucking up.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like
probably
the
gonna
one
be-
everybody tells me you need to watch this and I need to watch it.
sacrilege,
I just
bro.
forget.
The Big
Look,
Lebowski. dude.
there's a
You
theater
can
in
watch it a
Dallas.
million times and still like
It's fucking
find
fire,
something
dude.
new
It's
about
just
it.
like Friday. dude.
There's a theater in Dallas that'll play old movies, like old kind of cult classic type of movies.
Yeah, like this month, dude. I'm promoting for someone else, but I freaking love Big Lebowski. It's on the 5th and the 8th, dude.
Yeah.
They're gonna show them in certain theaters. I'm gonna look around.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
no,
I'm gonna
watching
keep
that
an
shit.
eye out for that. That'd be
Hell yeah,
something
dude,
cool
like,
to check out, dude.
I'm gonna fucking take some White Russian, bro. You know, sneak it in. And a Gatorade bottle, you know.
Your sandwich friend?
Yeah, my little sandwich friend. I'm gonna watch Big Lebowski this time, dude. You ever seen that, man?
I've never
Dude,
seen it.
it's
Bro.
great,
I know, I'm
man.
fucking up.
It's the whole movie. It's about a rug, bro.
A rug?
A rug. Don't forget that.
I
Like,
referenced it. I
it gets
referenced
so-
it
so
earlier
complex,
because of
bro.
Tara Reid. I said, "Suck your cock for $1,000."
Oh yeah, that Terry.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that one.
It's a line in that movie.
Yeah, dude. When he's like, what is like the Jesus dude, the Jesus guy.
The Jesus, the
Like,
cutter ass.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus. So like, they're in a bowling league, dude.
Uh-huh.
And like they take it really seriously.
Dude, what's that Spanish actor's name?
Oh, that dude that's like he's in Transformers. He was in there's a bunch of shit. Anger
Rounders.
Management. He was in Anger Management. He's the guy who's like
Oh,
half
that dude.
Italian, half Mexican, and half
He's like really ugly as fuck.
Nah, he's
The-
kind of cute, dude. You know, you give him a
He's like a
chance.
really
You
rough
give
dude
him
guy.
a chance.
I don't know his name.
He's ugly, dude. But I was
Half
like,
Italian, half Mexican? I don't know.
No, he's not on Anger Management when like
I know you're
when
talking
he's
about.
like, hey, I think they said something anti-Semitic.
Oh, you remember Mr. Deeds? He's
Oh
very
yeah,
The butler?
The butler, yeah, very very
Oh,
sneaky.
so
that guy.
the
Yeah,
Zohan guy.
Yeah, so, yeah, that
Yeah.
guy. All right. So he's a bowler. He's like competition,
Oh really?
and then like he goes up
he's
to
like the badass bowler. He's got
He
like
goes
all
up
the
to the
finesse.
That guy's
and he's
hilarious.
Like, he's like, Dios mío, me and Liam, we're gonna fuck you up. And then the main guy, he's like a hippie. He's like, well, that's just like your opinion, man. He's like, cause the other guy's all intense, like, man, fuck you. Like, that's just like your opinion. Like, the ultimate hippie shit you can say.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
It's like,
it's
it's
got
alright,
Philip
man.
Seymour Hoffman in it.
Dude, it has a bunch of good
Yeah.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Who else? Fucking
Dude, John
the dude
Goodman
from
is
the
the
Russian
best,
guy
dude.
that's in every Russian. He plays every Russian in every movie.
Oh,
And he plays a German in this one. The one from like Armageddon. He's a Russian. He's a cosmonaut.
Oh, that
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
I like
yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
the
the
devil.
nihilist.
He's a devil in Constantine.
Uh,
Yeah, that guy. He's in that shit. There's a bunch of good. The Coen brothers directed it, bro. It's fucking badass, dude.
dude, did y'all see Burn After Reading?
Yeah,
Dude, that
What
was
is that?
great.
that shit was good with John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
what's it about?
It's like these idiots think that like this retired CIA guy lost a CD that's got like some secret information on
Oh,
it.
with George Clooney or something?
George
Yeah.
Clooney,
Yeah, okay.
And Brad Pitt.
I think I did watch that, but I don't remember.
But like it's just his memoirs,
Yeah.
and they're trying to blackmail him, like if it's like some big deal.
Oh,
They're trying to
okay.
get money.
And then like
yeah.
you know,
Because
comedy
they-
and
Brad
series,
Pitt's in it.
Brad Pitt's in it.
I need to go to more movies. I just don't go to
Yeah.
movies that much anymore.
This some good shit, dude.
Yeah.
Well, we've been doing 2 hours, guys. How do you?
So how are you gonna
About
pay
time
me,
to
bro?
wrap it
Like in pesos,
In sex.
sex, pennies, bro.
I'm gonna pay you in free haircuts for a month.
Free haircuts. You only need one. Nah, man. I like my hair.
You guys got anything you want to plug or mention now? Maybe shout out, reach you.
Shit, nah, dude, just
How do we reach
open
Vincent?
mics at Thursday. Hyenas. That's the only one I go to anymore, man.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, shouts out to Danny the Joke Slinger, Danny J. He started an open mic and like down in Fort Worth, like towards the north side.
Uh-huh.
It's called Old Schools. It's gonna be there on Wednesday nights, starting August 8th.
I like Danny J. Danny
Yeah,
J's
he's
a
cool.
hilarious
He's
guy.
cool.
Yeah, Danny J. Yeah, dude. Hit that dude up, man. He's starting a new
Absolutely.
open mic over there on Wednesdays.
He thinks he can fight a chimp and win.
Fight a what?
Fight a chimp.
Fight a chimp and
Yeah,
win?
he's like, I'll
Hell
fight a
no,
chimp. I'll
dude.
win. I'll
Fucking
kick that
do
chimp's
that.
ass.
Chimps rip
Like,
faces
what?
off,
Dude,
fool.
seriously.
They murder people.
They don't,
with their
like,
bands.
you can't tap out, fool. That fool
Yeah.
ain't following no rules.
I don't
He'll
know.
bite testes off and everything.
I don't know if he's thinking like just being like joking around, but he says like for
Like-
sure he's like, nah, I
Like
said
hand to hand? Hell no.
Yes.
Nah,
I don't know what he's. I was like, I hope you're.
No,
I hope you're
bro.
not serious.
I hope he
I don't
doesn't
fight-
get drunk and, like, think he could. And, like,
Yeah, man. I hope you don't get
And
drunk
attempt it.
and go to the zoo and
Rip
start
your
punking
head off.
punking a chimp. Because I remember there was
You've
a,
been dogging me all day, chimp.
I remember
got
there
your
was a
number.
guy. There was a guy in the news
I know where you
got
live.
killed by a polar bear. But they
Oh.
said that the guy was going to the polar bear and harassing the polar bear for like 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days. He got 2 or 3 days.
And then
of
finally-
shit talking to polar bear.
Yeah, and then finally he jumped in the cage of the polar bear and the polar bear was like "Rah, rah, rah, rah," just ate his ass up.
Finally.
In like seconds, ate him up.
Oh, so he knew what's up.
I guess so. The polar bear was all like, man, fuck you, man. Just get over that wall. And the guy was like, you know what? I can't take this shit no more. I'm gonna go kick your ass. And he jumped in. And
Can you imagine eating something that annoyed you?
That's fucking crazy.
That'd be hilarious.
Like
I wish
flies.
something would. I wish my pizza would be like, you're an asshole, man. Fuck you, man.
No, it's
You don't
you
stop
can't
that
eat
shit,
it, bro.
I'm gonna eat you.
That's what.
Then you can't eat. That's what happened to me, bro.
What they
It
saying
was a
was
traumatic experience, bro. I'll never do that shit again. I'll
what
never
about-
do more than like.
What about you, Rick? Hey, well, you have a Facebook, right? You want to shout out your Facebook, see if people want to reach you through there?
just on my Instagram, dude.
Oh, you have an Instagram? I asked you earlier if you had, like, a week ago.
I told you, fool.
You
Since
said,
the
oh,
IG.
just Facebook, man. You-
Whatever, dude. Nah, dude. I ain't on the social networks really.
But, what means
He's laying low.
your Instagram? Do you want to say anything about your Instagram?
I mean, spelling it out and all that
It's
shit.
nothing but dick pics.
Nah. I ain't trying to. I should change,
That's what I said
change
last
my
time.
Instagram name so that it'd be more social friendly, I guess.
Oh, okay, well, let's not do that. What about you, Rick?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was
I don't
like,
believe in Instagram because I don't get it. And then I have a phone number and a Facebook and a social security number. But
What's your Facebook name? Is it just Rick
it's
Garcia?
weird. Nah, yeah, you can just look up Rick Garcia. It says.
There's too many Rick Garcias.
It's the one where it says pipe layer at your mom's house.
Okay.
Rick Garcia.
Here we
the
go,
five
guys.
at your
The
mom's
little
house.
comics that I hang around with. All
I'm just happy
right.
somebody calls
Well,
me a
thanks
comic.
for being here, guys, and hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys probably Thursday,
Probably.
Tuesday for you. I mean, yeah, I'm
I'm gonna go Monday to
I'm
Madison.
at,
I'm gonna check it out. Then I'm gonna go to Jamie Gravy's roast on Monday at
You gonna be there?
Yeah, I'm gonna be-
Patrick's?
the Hat Tricks. They say it's a black tie event. I'm gonna just go buy a black tie and put it on top of this clip on. You know, and I'll be
We'll
like,
be
oh, I
Batman
can-
in the suit.
make sure it's a child's one.
Yeah, a
It's
little
small,
clip on, yeah.
super
Yeah,
tight.
you could probably get one
like-
of those for like a puppy.
The bow,
Yeah.
just a little bow.
Yeah, bow
That's
tie.
smart.
I'm fancy, motherfucker. Yeah.
I hope I didn't overdress.
All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and that's it. All
Alright.
right, thank you to Ali Zilla for producing this show. Without her, we couldn't really do this. Maybe we could, but it'd be shitty, real shitty. Thank you, Ali. And Gump, I'll
Yo.
see you next Sunday for
Yo.
another episode. Thank you, guys. And
Just
BRB.
When you
Oh
hit
my God, I
start
got
stream,
fat.
just hit stop stream.
Bingo. Goodbye.